Welcome to the Dead Wars Episode 4. Our heroes have just emerged from the Dark Realm. Demons slayed, and they are now heroes. However, a very interesting character is about to be introduced that's going to flip the whole world upside down. Before we get into that, let's get into some special thanks for the people who are making this possible. Desert Penguin Audio is the man behind the scenes who's putting this all together. Thank you very much to them. Also, big thanks to Jenny Sequoia on Instagram. If you're looking for any homes or apartments, anything in the retail space, Jenny Sequoia can help you out. Last year, we set the world record for the biggest game of D&D ever played with over 1,000 players. That's peasant numbers. This year, we're looking for 3,000 players to join us in the biggest game of D&D ever played, period. May 3rd and 4th, registration is opening up real soon, so join us in the fight. Registration is live, actually. Already selling out. Do you want to own the miniatures from the biggest game of D&D ever played? We're partnering with Bellrock Art to bring this game to life. For the lowest cost of $5, you can own the 2 BBEGs, but there's so many other add-ons. We're currently sitting at 7 miniatures for the campaign, and we want to unlock another 9 more. He has a lot of other special features like kit bashing with different pieces so you can customize and make these models really unique. The funding is going to help the production of these miniatures as well as the Dead Wars, so check out the campaign. It's going to be posted in the comments below. Is your game store stuck in the 80s?
Have you encountered sweaty pits, sticky floors, and underwhelming store events?
And I'm going to change that. Game stores can be an amazing third space, a place to host and support community events, a place where you and your friends can meet or you can meet new ones. In one short year, we set the world record for the biggest game of D&D ever played. We had a 100-player Yu-Gi-Oh! Battle Royale with dual podiums. We've done LARPs, Avatar Days. We've done so many events in our store. Check out our media production space. We're now creating media around the nerd gaming space that anyone can watch. For those of you who want to support us, we've opened up a Support the Tavern program. On our website, we offer subscription services that give you behind-the-scenes access, exclusive content, early notifications to events, and a whole lot more as we support the program. I'm not the biggest fan of subscriptions myself, so we have opened up unlimited subscription service. You get all the same benefits, but it auto shuts off after 6 months. That's great for people like me who are pretty forgetful. Look, at the end of the day, I love the local gaming community. I love local game stores. I've been going to them since I was a kid, and I truly believe what we are doing here is going to change the world in the local gaming scene, and I'd love your support. And now, on to the game. All right, hey, welcome everyone to episode 4 of Before the Dead Wars. We are now, at the end of today, we will be halfway through this campaign. Thank you for those who are watching. Last week we left off, we have exited the Dark Realm, and the Demon Portal, we had closed the gate, stopped the invasion. However, in the streets, there are still screams, yells, the sounds of combat. As we go out, we see a old friend of yours from the Louise. The Blackthorns. I have it right here. Yes, we have an old friend from the Blackthorns. You recognize this dragonborn in a black cloak. They have 2 handheld crossbow shooters, and they are standing on the corpses of the demons that had chased you inside the portal.
I need to get one of those. Not one of his specifically, just a hand crossbow.
I have one.
But
what are you gonna get?
Without time to catch up, he will say, "There's many more demons to hunt tonight."
Mm-hmm. That's the plan. I mean, unless you guys don't want to do it with us.
I don't know. How's Moondor doing? Is he all right?
Well, he's
I
fine.
thought we long rested, so I reset my hit points.
Just wait.
I do not know. I am unsure how I am
That's
feeling.
me.
My eyes are still, my eyes are still black.
Yes, they are still black.
So, is anyone gonna explain to me why it is that the Minotaur looks like He's been possessed.
Weren't his eyes always like that?
No, they were not.
Oh. Are you
How
sure?
is it? I am sure.
Oh.
I am sure. I was strapped to the guy for a while.
What's wrong, Mondor?
I do not feel any different. In fact, I feel very nice. I feel Mundo feels great.
I'm not
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
say
he feels
anything.
Didn't I see you inject him with something?
Yeah, just a regular stim.
A regular stim doesn't turn people's eyes black.
Well, I
I
got a
don't
few.
know what to tell you.
I got a few potions here. He's like rifling through that change my eye color, so it's not
I'm
that
no
unheard of.
magic person to know of
The dragon
magic effects.
will turn and start running up the street without you guys.
Well,
alright,
he's
he's-
loading. He's just like, I ain't messing with this.
What is
Too
the
busy.
mark look like on my does it look like a spider bite spreading, or is there no mark at all? What
I'm
does it look
assuming
like?
from the fur, you can't really see
Yeah,
the skin
there's no real obvious blemish on your fur.
on your hide.
Well, he's a
Hide.
he's a minotaur. Minotaurs don't traditionally have fur all over their whole bodies.
Let's
so-
they?
not talk about each other's body hair. We're demons.
It's all right. You don't have to be jealous.
When you get to my age, you just don't care anymore. He scratches his neck, and part of his shirt falls out, and it's just like. hair.
You're the one who's gross. I can't say words. I'm too stressed, guys.
You guys start running up the streets.
We do.
To engage in whatever combats, whatever demons are still out. You guys, as you're running by, you'll run past other bodies of civilians, knights, demons in the streets. A lot of the fighting seems to be much farther off as the demons have kind of continued to spread out through the city. You might run past a temple, and as you're running past a temple, it looks like most of the guards there are doing a pretty good job keeping whatever demons are at bay with the sanctified ground. None of the demons can get into the sanctified ground, and the demons are left to be mercilessly put down. Well, they don't deserve mercy either, because they're demons. And you make contact again with Sir Lionheart Patrick.
Ugh.
Ooh, our favorite.
We got,
This fellow.
and you can see he is bleeding down the side of his face just a little bit. His hair is definitely mangled, and he's breathing heavily. But when he sees you guys, he's like, "Oh, please tell me you have good news."
You got a little something like
Yes, I know.
there.
It is a mark of true championship. I like it.
It's been a rough
I'm gonna
night.
take a step away from Moondor just in case he is possessed.
do you have the head that we brought through the portal?
It was a skull.
I do have the skull. Yes,
Okay.
I forgot. I have
Does
it
Sir
in my
Patrick
hands.
Lionheart just freak out if you're just holding the
It's
head?
To be or
a
not
very
to be.
nice skull,
Yeah.
perfectly dried and preserved.
Why
Oh.
do you know so much about skulls, Patrick?
It's a skull. I know what skulls look like.
Well, good news. The portal's closed.
Oh, is that all? The portal's closed. You closed the portal. You found the portals. Oh, that's great news. And he'll turn around and he'll start talking. And you'll hear a few cheers from his nearby men. And that definitely lifts his spirits. It's like,
Well, hang on a sec. Don't get too excited. We don't want to be complacent. There's still things we have to deal with in the city.
well, yes, but that you've stemmed the tide.
Yeah,
You've-
but I just don't want you to let your guard down, thinking that everything's all good and dandy.
Guard. That's
my
funny.
Guard down.
I don't get it.
I do not get it either.
Anyway,
Is that a joke that young people tell, or?
No, it is because
Yeah.
he's a.
We'll talk
You know,
later.
I would explain it to you, but I think it might go over your thick skull.
What about your thick
Skull's
skull?
not that big.
Exactly. I'm hilarious.
Well, at least there are no more demons coming into the city, so perhaps you could just go clean them up, get rid of the rest of them.
the hundreds of demons that are still attacking the city.
Well, I
Clean
don't
'em
get
up.
defensive when people ask me to do my job.
Do you want some ice for that burn?
I mean, you got pretty defensive at the party when things didn't start going. Okay. Sorry.
It is still a dire predicament we are in. I am very grateful for your aid, and I ask for more help in slaying these demons, the ones that are attacking the city. And he starts to communicate with the other soldiers, and he's starting to work with you guys. And then over all the chaos, you guys hear what sounds to be church bells. You recognize them as the bells in the temple of Eldath, and they are ringing loud, as though, somebody's ringing the bells. And everybody kind of stops and looks towards the temple. This is nothing that was really scheduled or planned or anything. And above the temple is a golden pillar of light, a very bright light. It's a beacon in the night. It shines more than anything else. Over the fires, over the torches, it is brighter than anything else. You were saying something?
You said a beacon of the night. I was thinking Batman. But
Batman.
It's coming down from the sky, from the clouds, from the heavens. It is going down, and you see what seems to be a single figure floating angelically above the temple. And you all hear these words.
this is it, guys. I think I'm dying.
It's nice knowing you, Goodwin.
Here, you hold on to Yorick.
Wait, why?
Begone, foul ones! And a wreath of flame shoots from the person's hands, and it starts low around the temple, and it starts to engulf the entire city. And you hear some of the guards start to panic, like, oh, as this huge flame envelops everything. And it's a very quick, think of like a nuclear blast where just suddenly like everything just gets blasted. However, as the flame approaches you, it completely goes around you.
I
and you were,
instinctively cast shield.
yeah, you probably would, but you are completely unscathed, untouched.
I'm
The
gonna hide behind
flames do not
her.
affect you. You guys will notice Moondor's eyes completely turn back to normal, and you feel the pain once again kind of surge into your body. And all of the demon blood, filth, carnage has been burnt away in the city in this great cleansing flame.
Is Yorick gone? The skull?
The skull is not gone.
Okay.
No, because that was a human skull.
I don't know. Are you okay? I heard you moaning. Wait a minute. Oh, was that you, Mundor?
No, I do not know. I think some poor little girl is dying or something out there.
Well, let's hope not.
Yes, let's hope not. Yes.
I start patting like my equipment and my
That's a
body.
good word.
I think I'm okay, guys. Are you okay?
You see that Eris is already like sprinting towards the temple, gone.
So, and I don't know, is following close behind because he was trying to hide behind Eris because he was like, I don't want to, nope, go in behind her. He's not going to admit to that, though.
Goodwin sprints for about 10 feet and realizes, no, I'm too old for that, and starts walking.
James, I may need another shot of whatever you gave me. I am not feeling the best at the moment.
Well, that's all I had, unfortunately.
I think I will make do for the moment. And I'm just gonna begin limping my way and then slowly kind of try to shake it off.
Oh, Mundor, come on. You're stronger than any of us. Surely you can handle it.
As soon as he says this, I will fight the pain as much as I can and just start charging, running through.
All right, you guys get to the temple just in time to see a lot of the priests, the acolytes of the temple, bow down. And you can hear kind of this kind of shimmer in the air. It almost sounds like harps are playing. There is a very nice, warm presence in the air. It smells sweet, like honey or sugar cookies. As this figure in the golden light descends to the steps of the temple, you now, getting close, get a full good look at what seems to be a male, almost like perfectly curved, amazing jawline,
Saying
He's
he has
curvy.
He's hot?
No, no,
Yeah.
Andy,
yes.
are you getting, is your breath getting taken away?
Yes, I'm getting nervous describing.
As if he was
Just-
carved by Michelangelo himself.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. We're talking a Greek god, if you will, Hercules, or whatever depiction of the perfect male body that you want to conjure for this image. No, don't worry. Sorry.
We're gonna get some fan art from this one, aren't we?
Oh yeah.
Was he carved by Michelangelo or Valrock Art Miniatures?
Oh, there
Nice
we go.
plug.
And his feet gently touch the ground. And he's kind of smiling benevolently, and a lot of the priests are still bowed. Obviously, they are in the presence of a divine being. While not Eldath, someone who has some divine power. So out of respect, a lot of the priests are bowing to him.
I'm gonna like kind of lean over to Eris and be like, "Did Eldath get some sort of makeover, or what is happening here?"
Eris is standing, like, arms crossed, like an angry toddler, and she's like, no. I don't know who this guy is.
Oh,
It's not me.
Well, whoever he is, he's blessed
Clearly.
by some sort of divinity.
So I'm going to lean over and, like, tap on the back of one of the priests leaning down and be like, who is this guy?
They'll like nod at you like,
So
Goodwin
what
has,
she's... Oh,
sorry,
go ahead.
I was gonna say Goodwin has no decorum, so he'll go up and try and shake the hand of whoever this guy is,
I love that.
because he has religion as one of his trained skills. So he would be like, well, this guy, I don't recognize him, so he's probably just someone who's blessed by a god or something.
He will raise his hand and will be like, you are in the presence of Eos.
Oh, I don't like this guy.
Eos, the divine, the benevolent, and the virtuous. I am here to
Humble, too.
save Kingdom Grand.
Well, looks like you did a heck of a job. Thanks, I guess.
Yes, while I have many more gifts and tithes to give you, I understand you were the ones who stopped the demon portal. I can tell I have my powers. With that portal gone, I was able to bless Kingdom Grand with my gifts.
Right, we might have had a hand in that.
As such, I have prepared some gifts for you.
Why is she?
Oh, I like this guy already.
Are you like Eldath's son or something?
Oh, no. Eldath, praised be her memory, is gone. The goddess of peace is no longer here.
I put a hand on Eris's shoulder. Just reminded of
Throw a rock at this guy.
He is just kind of just entranced by him. He's waiting for his
Yeah,
gift.
I will say I do want everyone to make a charisma
Oh,
saving throw,
Chris.
as he is a very charming figure.
Oh, I'm already
If
charmed
you
by
have
him,
advantage
so-
against being charmed,
Ooh.
Well, I
you
feel like
can
Goodwin's
use that.
already
Oh,
been
dang it.
charmed.
I'm not
Used to be the role.
raging.
you can
Oh,
also choose to fail out of
I mean, this
athlete.
guy just saved the city. Like, why would we?
17.
Okay. Your Fey powers, your Fey ancestry does allow you to regard other divine beings with a bit of humility. So while you respect them and you understand that this is a divine being, I do not need to bow for them.
I rolled a 9 after my modifiers.
A 9?
I've got +7.
I just got a nat 1, but I have advantage.
Oh, okay.
So is
guess
this a
this
saving
guy's-
throw?
Yeah, we're treating this as a saving throw, being charmed.
I got 14.
16.
11.
Ooh.
Okay, you as well. You fought many people, so this might be just somebody else to fight. But at the same time, they seem pretty cool.
He is talking about gifts. I'm waiting for my gift.
Yes, those under you're charmed and you're charmed.
I got a nat 1
Oh,
with
dude, nat
my
ones?
-1 charisma. So I got a 0.
You fall on your hands and knees and you are bowing just like all the other. For the first time in James's life,
I have faith.
You have
I've never had
seen-
faith before.
James is multi-classing into a cleric live.
you believe.
I have
Oh,
seen
boy.
the light of God.
I like kick his knee and I'm just like, get off the ground. You look like a damn fool.
Thank you. Are you alright?
But he's so
I'm
pretty.
speechless. Yeah.
I'm charmed.
I know.
Yes,
Do we
yes.
pass or?
Yeah, you two passed. Okay. So.
Eris, it's probably not a good idea to throw stones at the someone like that.
If
Now,
it's-
don't get me wrong. He doesn't seem like the greatest, considering he's very, very humble. But
If he does not
He
give me
did
his
save
gift,
the
then the
world.
rock will be thrown.
Yeah. Where
Seems
are our
humble
gifts?
and kind and
sure
generous.
thing, honey.
He seems so great.
Eos will bow as James is on the floor. Rise. For you, I have the gift of strength to be an immovable. Moondor, don't look at me like that. I can't handle it. Right, I'll get to you.
Mundo, you already have strength.
Moondor's putting
Only
on
one
the
who
puppy
can have
dog eyes.
strength.
Just the
I
look
give
of
you
audacity.
strength and to be an immovable rod to those who need your help. And he gives you an immovable rod.
I guess that's good.
I'm speechless, but you see a tear just go down my face.
Ooh, does it like kind of like sizzle and burn? Like with being like the kind of like the
So
fire,
close
the,
to
like,
divinity.
No,
Oh.
with just kind of like the fire dragon in you. I don't know.
Your tears
That's
never
some nice
stay.
That's kind of a cool cinematic. Yeah.
I like it.
To you, I don't know. I give unto you this bag of seeds.
What do you want for it?
Nothing. This is for you to help regrow your home that has been lost.
Why are you helping us?
You have helped me, allowing me access to this plane by destroying the portal, the dark portal.
I'm gonna do an insight check to see if this guy is actually good or if he's just faking it.
Oh, you can absolutely roll insight against him.
All right.
I would like to also roll insight if I may.
Yes.
Because he's a little skeptical because this guy just kind of showed up and no one's heard of this guy
Oh,
before.
Eos is grandstanding, to be sure.
Yeah.
There is no doubt about it.
I got an
Alright, so-
18.
An 18.
Insight. Oh, that's only a 12 because of his insight being lower.
You have no reason to doubt them. And that's what makes you pause.
Yeah.
Because it is perfect. It is
Too good to be true.
He kind of,
perfect.
so I don't know, kind of looks to Eris like,
I don't take kindly to little muscly men descending on my goddess's temple.
Ayo, so maybe I can help you out here with this one.
Eos will give you your bag of seeds, though.
If you let I don't know give you something in return, I think she would feel a little bit better. That's sort of, you know.
I would be willing to take a gift.
I'm going to go into my bag.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to search
Is
it
for
gonna
my
be a
fish?
fish?
I'm going to grab the smelliest, most rank sardine
Oh,
I
wow.
can find, and I'm going to say, hold out your hand. It is rude to not accept a gift.
I am a god. Do not play tricks on me.
It's just a
What?
fish.
Yeah, I
What
don't
are you
know.
the god
I don't
of?
know. That seems
Yeah,
hardly
what are you
appropriate.
the god of? That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am the god of the divine. Over my realm of light, I see all that is good.
I'm a roll inside again.
The true god
So
of
you're like
gods, this
you're like
Eos.
from Elysium or something.
You have no reason to doubt him, except for the suspicion that this person is perfect.
All right.
And you've never seen a perfect person. Even Eldath wasn't perfect. So
Whoa,
I'm going to
whoa,
look
whoa.
at him, and
You
I'll
can't just say that in front of Eris.
blasphemy.
No, it was okay. She was a really bad cook, and she knew it.
Oh, well, interesting.
It's true.
He'll hold out his hand.
and I'm going to place the smelly as hell fish on his hand.
As you try to place it on his hand, you feel kind of a force barrier, like magnetically push against it. He's like, "Oh." And then
I grab. I don't know, and pull her back. Sorry about that.
And then as he like puts his hand behind him, you see it already just vanishes in his hand.
He didn't like my gift.
That's so culturally insensitive.
It is. It's culture. You know, that's
You
racist.
you
Okay.
gave him the smelliest one on purpose.
Yeah,
It wasn't
And in
even
my
the
culture,
nicest
that's
one.
my- that's
Oh
my
no!
favorite.
Don't even say in my culture.
It's like,
Yes, he's gonna roll insight on you now.
oh yeah.
I know.
Go
I think.
for it.
Plus,
I think you just maybe keep your mouth shut and just kind of stay back here for
What's
now.
his insight score?
Well, I mean, he's a god, so we're
like
looking
plus
at
80.
divine, divine insight.
Well, he failed the test because that was a test.
vibe check failed.
He'll turn to Goodwin.
So you're like some kind of celestial then?
Yes, angelic.
All right. Good to have you on the team, I guess.
For you, and it's a tome.
Oh, I don't need anything. That's okay.
Just take the stupid gift.
It's a tome of very interesting research, and it has a lot of information on demons. So that's cool.
Cool.
Moondor.
Thank you.
He just gets like all like giddy and excited.
He like
Goes up,
smooths his matted fur down a little bit.
like, licks all like the puffy fur up.
I see you are not of this realm, so I will give you 2 gifts.
Oh, it's the losers!
One,
Don't sleep tonight, Moondor.
one is this medal of honor. This will allow you to fight more honorously. That's not a word.
Honorably.
With honor, more than any other.
As he's talking, he just kind of takes it. He's like,
Also, I will allow you to travel back to your realm. I can open up doors to other realms. So, when you're ready, you can say goodbye to your friends and let me know. I'm not expecting an answer now.
He better not leave.
Well, I mean, that's his
Arden.
home.
I mean, he kind of like is gonna brush it off and be like, well, the medal is very cool, and he's gonna like put it around his neck and be like, I am the greatest fighter with all the strength.
James is like, what?
All the strength.
I'm sorry, I missed the last 10 seconds. I was getting a call and I dismissed it.
He was
I'm
completely
still
challenging
smitten
you.
by
In character.
The gorgeous man.
Moondor's like trying to challenge James, and James is like crying silently.
James is over there like, what does he use on his skin?
I remember.
It's glistening in a way it shouldn't be able to. It's hypnotizing.
He's a celestial. That's how it
May
works.
You should ask
this
him out.
sword serve you well. Oh. And it's a very beautifully elegant black sword with a slight curve to it.
I think you switched up the gifts. I think the sword was supposed to go to me and the medal goes to him. This guy don't fight.
No. He's right. He's never wrong. Look at him. Just look at him. Would someone
Never
that
wrong.
pretty really get
Yes.
it wrong? No.
He didn't like my fish.
Listen.
Lastly, to the priestess of Eldath. I know your connection to the goddess, may her memory be in peace, is tenuous. And you walk a fine line trying to keep peace and balance.
What?
Peace and balance is what I was trying to say.
He's not
Peace
perfect.
and balance.
We found his flaw. His
Beast
one
and-
flaw.
He's dyslexic.
Verbal dyslexia, maybe.
I am not dyslexic.
It's the fish.
If it's any price that I can't read.
Thank you. While you decide to serve Eldath, I will open this gift that I give to you to all of the priests and priestesses of Eldath. Eos will channel his gifts and his divinity into the temple of Eldath. No longer need you walk blindly amongst the world. I will be able to guide you. Yes.
You can't just, put a blessing on other people's property. Did you bother asking any of us if we wanted you to do that?
This is my gift.
Does it come with a receipt?
Oh, Eris, maybe we should maybe not do this here right now. Okay.
Oh,
we can do it right now.
You know what? Fine. Thank you. Thank you. And Eris does a big facetious curtsy. Thank you.
I don't know.
I
Your
am
generosity knows no bounds.
I don't think he needs to roll an insight check to detect all the sarcasm.
I am so
just
sorry for my
oozing
companions.
Out.
You have to realize we've just been through a harrowing event. That they're tired.
If any of you guys have seen Princess Iris, thank you for being here today.
My mercy and forgiveness knows no bounds. I understand this is, well, a change and a very interesting gift. Nonetheless, I still keep my offer. For those who need faith, for those who need an anchor, especially in these dark times, I will be here. For 7 days I will walk amongst you, mortals. After that I will return to my realm. In the meantime, he'll bow, and he'll walk into the temple of Eldath. And many of the priests and priestesses will follow, bowing and giving him the respect and reverence that he has asked for.
Well, that last part was a little pretentious. I mean, didn't Eldath create the universe in 7 days?
And he's just walking in, and Eris is running up to the priests and priestesses who are walking in. She's kind of grabbing them by the shoulders sporadically, being like, you can't be serious. Are you? Honestly.
You see what he did? He wiped the darkness away.
If he's so great, why can't he build his own temple? That's a good point.
Eldath's power did not have that same effect. When Vecna attacked, all she could do was fight alongside. Eos was able to cleanse the city in a matter of seconds.
Well, I mean, to clarify, Eldath did help the people in the city.
I
She
am-
gave us the means to help ourselves, whereas this guy sort of just did it on his own, you
I
know?
am not besmirching Eldath's sacrifice. I would never do that.
Oh,
But
that's kind of what it sounded. That's what it sounded like, Eris, right? That's what he was doing.
You see that
but
Eris.
to look at his power, to see what he has wrought, I would be a fool not to believe that he is a god.
I think
Well.
we should look at everything with some skepticism. Does anyone else find it weird that... Okay. I'm going to sound like a complete conspiracy theorist for a second, but exactly 1 year after the death of Eldath, we end up having a celebration for Eldath. Then someone dies, and we are given a warning saying, oh, by the way, we're going to have an invasion of a bunch of things in 3 days. And then 3 days comes, and now we have an invasion of a bunch of demons. And then suddenly, this guy shows up and takes over the temples? Does anyone else find that weird?
Well, he's not taking over the temples.
He
He's
just
just
en-
blessing the temples.
No.
That is taken over. Because that is undoing what Eldath did.
Or it's just continuing her work.
You just don't get it. How opportune that this guy shows up in town the very day there's this horrible
Okay,
demon
let's
invasion.
not
You know
pretend
what?
like he's just
I'm not
some
gonna
guy.
take this. I'm not gonna take this. Moondor, will you help me?
Do what?
follow me.
Okay.
And I'm going to trot onto the temple grounds as everyone goes in and kind of closes the door behind them. And I imagine right in the front gardens, there's probably a nice statue of Eldath. And I'm going to say, Moondor, will you help me carry this?
Yes, why do we need to move the statue?
Well, it's mine, and I want to take it with me.
Oh, of course. I will help bring you back to your home.
Okay, so just grab the statue and be really careful, and then let's go. And we also have to be really fast.
How does this work?
Roll me a strength check.
I'm gonna go ahead and rage. And
This feels wrong.
What feels wrong is this guy showing up and doing a hostile invasion of my goddess's temple.
All right. I mean,
What are your thoughts
we don't
on all
really
this?
know a whole lot
Even
about him
awfully
yet.
quiet.
did you just say strength check, just base strength? Okay, that's
Arden,
a 10, and that was with advantage. The other one was an actual 1.
You're not going to be able to move that statue.
Can I don't know, like pretend to help?
Arden is gonna say,
Pretend.
listen, I know that this might not be the
Give me a moment. I just I forgot to stretch. Stretching is very important.
You're not, especially with your injuries, you are not moving that statue anytime tonight.
I figured.
Arden's going to say, maybe this isn't everyone's favorite thing ever, but the fact does stand that he did cleanse the town, and he seems to not be actively doing harm right now.
Yeah, I mean, like if I had died and one of my friends wanted to continue my work, you guys would be upset about that.
Yeah, maybe he knows Eldath somehow. I mean, if they're both gods.
They've got to. All Celestials know each other, right?
No.
That's a thing.
You guys just aren't listening. You know what? I'll see you all tomorrow. I'm gonna go find an inn because apparently I can't stay in my own home anymore.
But no one said that.
Well, you just go to the temple down the street. You know, he's not staying in that one.
Well, I'm not. Ugh. She stomps away to find herself in an inn.
Eris does not want to listen to reason right now. She's going to an inn.
I'm getting a pint or 2 or 3 or 4.
Now, hang on a sec.
Wasted.
Would Eldath want you doing that?
WWED. What would Eldath do?
What would Eldath
Well, Eldath was never against alcohol. She was just against violence. So that means as long as she's not an angry drunk, she's fine.
Right now, she might be, though.
Well, yeah, this is Eris we're talking about.
Yeah, a
That's
few
true,
hours
that's
later,
true.
you see her with a bottle in her hand, like moseying down the street, and she's like, "And that horrible guy." And
Stupid
all
perfect
right,
teeth.
so you, in one way or another, can take a long rest. That will conclude.
Finally.
That will conclude the adventures of the night. You guys are gonna wake up knowing that Eos is walking around the city. You can try to seek counsel with him, but there are other things you guys can do. So I'm opening it up to you guys. What do you guys?
Those
wanna
of us charmed, would that affect wear off in any way?
Yeah, absolutely. After you go to sleep, you
I sleep it
are.
off, yeah.
Yeah,
You
less
rolled a natural
charmed.
1.
Less charmed.
Maybe
You
it doesn't
have
work for
dreams of
you.
Yeah, is this like a charm person charm where we know we were charmed and we're like a little bit mad about it? Or is like, what?
You understand. Yeah, it's pretty much the charmed person effect. So you know magically you were charmed. You were affected. And those of you who passed kind of know that there was a power to him charming people. It wasn't just
It wasn't
normal
just
talking.
natural charisma.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
So.
That absolutely changes how James feels. Eh?
Arden does not stand for the fake Riz.
Riz is an art.
Arden went to college for this. Arden studied this. He spent years of his life devoted to
To the Riz.
the crafting of Riz just for it to be besmirched by this god.
He went to the
Arden's
Riz
pissed.
College.
Yeah, you all got very cool stuff. I got this. Does it do anything?
Yes.
You guys got cool stuff,
So-
and then I got my home taken away.
Here, I'll give you a seat as a consolation prize.
No.
All right then. I will need to test that later.
I'd probably want to mess with Moondor a little. I'd be like, here, you can have my gift if you can take it from me.
Certainly.
I just hold it out, but I just click the button.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
So it's an
Mundor, that's
immovable rod.
Yep.
okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
And I will grab it and try to move with all my might. I will use a rage once I realize I cannot move it.
Mad.
I'm like, can I roll just for the sake of
Yeah, roll it.
rolling?
You're
Yeah.
Don
Absolutely
Cheadle trying to
roll
lift up
it.
Mjolnir.
See what may
Yeah,
or may
this
not
is
happen.
absolutely a Mjolnir kind of situation.
Natural 20.
I
But
mean,
I know
he
it
can't
doesn't
do
move.
8,000
but-
pounds.
But just to show you how hard he is trying.
Moondor,
Veins pop out.
Yeah, the ground beneath you cracks, and you're doing the most like anime, like ah!
I'm
And,
standing
like,
there.
the
I got a
building
hand in
is,
one of my
like,
pockets. I'm kind of
shaking.
slouching back a bit as I'm just like
Mundo's-
kind of holding it out there.
Do Mundo's horns turn like blonde? Do they turn like
Super Saiyan.
There will be a
Super
moment
retard.
where I literally just let go and scream, and then I'll just take a barrel and just huck it over like a house.
Well, hey, whoa, you can't just do that.
There's
You're like,
a cat in the background.
I'm just imagining the couple whose house the barrel was in front of, are like looking out the window and just see their barrel go flying out.
God.
And
Mom
I'm-
scolding a child like, don't you know that you shouldn't throw baseballs? You might break
I-
the arm.
I-
The house is gone.
I will give you inspiration that you can use
Oh.
later on today, just
Thank-
because you rolled a nat 20
Thank-
on
thank
this,
you.
and that's
Yeah.
really fetching
But-
cool.
It was that garbage barrel. It was supposed to be picked up today.
Moondor will
It's just,
storm
it's
off.
just a stupid stick anyway.
Those of you who like have good insight on Moondor know that he's really embarrassed, and he's gonna go storm off, just looking upset, but looking really disappointed.
I'm
Oh, I feel
going-
bad now.
Yeah.
You're
I was
jerk.
just trying to
no,
play
no,
a joke
which is
on-
totally fine. but he's never been beaten like this before. Like just to see how like casually you were, he thought he was the strongest.
Yeah.
I am going to go follow Moondor so I can try to comfort the Minotaur who is now upset.
That's very nice.
Eris is off in an inn somewhere. She has partied all night, and this morning she is standing on the counter, and she's like, "And goddess of peace, more like this bottle's gonna be in pieces when I smash it over that stupid guy's head. And when I get my hands on him, ooh, I hate that guy. He's stupid, and his stupid perfect teeth, and his stupid perfect nose. And no, listen. I'm not getting off the bar. And listen.
Please,
And she's just-
you've been here for 5 minutes.
And she
Please.
just keeps like sliding gold into the barkeep's hand, like,
This seems like an opportune time for Goodwin to be the chaperone.
I just assume that like makeup and mascara just right all down your face as well while this
oh
is happening.
yeah, she does
It's
not
been a
look her
rough
best.
night.
And as she's like getting escorted off, she's like, "And you're just like him. Everyone in this stupid town is acting just like this horrible guy." Then she's gone.
Drunk Karen.
Oh,
Yeah.
Would I
boy.
find her eventually if I looked through the inns nearby?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, you can find Eris just kind of like laying on the side of the road,
Oh,
like in
jeez.
some alleyway, like
There's a broken
crying.
barrel
Oh,
right
no.
next to her.
Oh, what have you done?
I can't go to the temple. Now I say I can't go to the inn.
Look, Eris, he'll only be here for 6 more days, all right, and then you can go back.
That paintings
Okay.
will be gone.
Well,
and
okay.
it'll
Do you-
ruin it all.
Hey, let me ask you a question, all right? Did you prepare lesser restoration today?
No.
I couldn't
Did
use
you
that.
prepare lesser restoration?
I don't
today?
have access to spells like that. I just thought it might be useful.
You know what? I'm done being a clerk. Maybe I'll go become a wizard like you.
I'm not a wizard. Am
What
I
are
a
you?
wizard? Oh God, I am a wizard.
Goodwin is starting to have an existential crisis.
I'm becoming my dad.
And see, you and me, we've got a lot in common
Huh?
because we're both so sad.
Oh, well. Yeah, sure.
gosh.
I don't really know how to respond to that. I'm just gonna chalk that up to you being drunk.
Can I have a hug?
Sure.
You smell so bad.
I know. That's because I didn't clean myself of all the demon guts that we spilled the other day.
Can we go get breakfast?
Yes.
Will you pay for it?
Let me check. Yes, I will pay for it.
Okay, I want pancakes.
Okay, the place that served pancakes was actually hit by the demons the other day, and they're doing repairs.
Nothing going my way.
Well, okay, we can go get scones. Those are kind of like pancakes.
I'm gonna have to cut you guys off here. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna actually die over here.
Eris and Goodwin are eating scones somewhere.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't the demons that destroyed it. Maybe it was the barrel.
Oh my goodness. All right, so while
like someone
Eris
threw
is
a barrel
doing
of flour.
and Goodwin are doing some soul searching, what is James doing?
Oh, I'm trying to decide if he'd feel bad enough to go tell Moondor the trick.
Probably not.
Yeah, he's a bit selfish, right? Did the cleansing of the town rid me of any demon blood I might have on my person?
No, it wouldn't take any out of the vial, and you had ample opportunities to refill that vial.
Very good, very good.
Anyway,
I might go see my contact.
yeah,
Tim.
Tim, you're a magical contact.
Uh-huh.
What do you want to talk to them about? Yeah, it doesn't take too long to find them in the rebuilds.
Right. I'll be like, look, Tim, I ended up using some of this demon blood stuff on a friend of mine.
A friend?
Yeah, seemed to work pretty well. I'm still a bit cautious about it myself. Would you mind watching over me while I test it out? Take it for a test ride?
Oh, this is kind of weird. Sure.
I toss him a coin. It's not that weird. Get over yourself.
I'm watching you do demon drugs.
Yeah, I was like,
That's
James
kinda
just went to his dealer.
This was your idea, isn't it?
Yeah, but not in front of me.
Just make sure you tap the vein.
Whatever,
first so it
just
comes out a little bit.
come on.
No, not here. Not now. We gotta find
You
out.
ruined the moment, Tim.
You made this weird.
I'm not into it anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
No, it's
It's like the warnings on cigarettes. It just kills the vibe.
Look here, and he just grabs it out of your hand and jabs it in your thigh. Stop being a baby about it.
Oh.
Just put it in your leg. Now, do you see? And now that you're concentrating, you have demon sight. It allows you to see other people's souls, only their souls. So it's kind of like how people can kind of use like detect magic as kind of like a sonar kind of thing.
Yeah.
It allows you to do that just for living creatures that have souls. So you can now see kind of in the rebuilds, and it's a 90-foot spread around. You can see all of these kind of glowing, almost like little fires in each different corners of your vision.
Yeah.
Oh.
So when he goes to I don't know, he doesn't see anything, right?
I don't know. Does have a soul. I can.
ginger?
That is
Yeah.
canon.
Just making sure because of the red hair on the fox.
Yeah. Oh.
Right.
It's like a small soul.
You
Yeah.
half there.
you also feel great. You feel absolutely rejuvenated, even though you have had a long rest. You feel like you could fight.
Yeah.
And he's like, I never told you. Demon blood's best when you're fighting other demons, because you can absorb their powers.
Oh.
Yeah, but you
I
gotta
see.
have it in your veins when you fight another demon. You know how
Right.
demons can absorb souls? It's kind of like you can absorb demons.
Dragonborn.
Alright, that makes sense. Let me try something.
I mean, there are not any demons around here.
I'd probably just want to like go see just how far at least I can test out this vision. So I'd probably use my draconic spectral wings to fly out above
around.
the streets, and just see kind of how, I don't know,
Yeah.
what it
Drone
looks
mode.
like
So, yeah,
seeing as a
you-
demon there.
You just kind of crouch down and jump up through the roof. He's like, "Oi!" Warn me next time. And you flap out. It's like a really long jump over the city. The range is only 90 feet. And what's your movement speed? You can fly.
So if I use my step of the wind, which I need to use flight, I can move 135 feet.
You're not going to go 135 feet
No.
because then you're going to fall 135 down. So you're just going to go up 50 and then go down 50. So as you're going up, you'll notice you'll kind of test the range of the
Right.
demon sight. And then when it and then you'll land and you see more demons. Or not demons, you see more souls.
Right. I don't
No
happen
demons.
to see any like weird stuff going on with people's souls, anything like that.
You know what? There is a interesting spot in the rebuilds that gets your attention.
There's a really sad soul down there, and you see an old man picking her up.
It'd be hilarious,
Yep.
actually.
Yeah, you see another point of interest in the rebuilds, but we will get back to that in just a bit. Moondor, what is Moondor doing?
Moondor has ran off, and he's kind of being like a little bit of a bully, just kind of like pushing people out of the way, and just yelling at anybody, fight me, I can crush anything. And he's like the smile begins to curl on his face, like kind of like almost like scarily smile, and he's just like, I will crush you, and as he picks up like somebody, and then he's like, no, not you, and like he's trying to look through and trying to find somebody worthy, because there's not really a fighting grounds here, is there?
Can I keep following him?
Are you going to look for a fighting?
I want to look for a fighting grounds.
Yes.
Because he
yes.
was with me when A, we went to scout out the city, and B, also when I was talking to my criminal contact. Would he have any
say
knowledge?
You have learned about
Okay.
the
Yeah.
fighting arena.
That's where I'm headed then,
That is
because I need to regain a lot of pride.
Is this indeed the night after the demon attack?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, there is a fighting arena inside the Kingdom Grand. While it's on the outskirts, and in fact, we are back into the rebuilds, where all the shady and not the best things happen. There is a fighting arena. The fighting arena is run by Coin and Titan. Coin is a little goblin who collects coins. That's why he's called Coin, and he's always rubbing his fingers together. He's like, payment. You're looking to win some coin. And he's guarded by a dwarf. The dwarf is the biggest dwarf you've ever seen. This dwarf is almost 6 feet tall. And he is built like a fridge. And
I'm taller than him.
You are absolutely taller than him, but you respect this dwarf
for
for being as big and as tall as this dwarf is. This is twice the size of any dwarf ever. About the size of a normal man, but still very intimidating.
Taller than
Chris.
There, Arden.
And so Coin is like, you're here to fight.
I need to fight. Your strongest, your most advantageous, your most stupendous champion in this arena that has walked through the gates.
Yes. We can work out a deal. We have some new challengers, fresh demons from last night's invasion. We were able to capture a few that you can fight.
I will, if they are your strongest.
Ooh, yes, we haven't seen anything like this. This is also the spot that's pointed out to you with your demon vision, because you have noticed demon souls in the fighting arena. So we will get back to you guys while you are fighting in the fighting arena. We'll find out what you're doing. Let's go to I don't know first, and then we'll get to Arden.
Well, I don't know. Just noticed, everything that went down with Moondor, and is trying to figure out a way to make Moondor feel better.
Oh.
But Moondor is currently fighting in the arena, so he's got to wait.
Mm-hmm.
While he's waiting, he is going to go find some patches of dirt and test out these seeds that he's been given.
Where and how far do you want to go out to do this?
He is going to go outside of the what is it? The rebuilds. Just outside the rebuilds.
Outside Kingdom Grand.
Yeah, just barely outside Kingdom Grand.
Okay.
It shouldn't take him too terribly long to get there since the rebuilds is on the outside.
Yeah. So you step outside of Kingdom Grand, and you, being your cautious self, you're making sure nobody else is following you or anything. You have your privacy that you've wanted. And inside, you pour out the little bag of beans. And yeah, it's got a bunch of different, I shouldn't say beans because that's actually a magical item, but they're seeds.
I was going to say.
they're not that bag of beans. It's just a bunch of seeds. And you take one of the kind of medium-sized ones and you plant it in the ground. Immediately when you do, a little flower plops up. Give me a nature. You can either do nature or survival.
Nature or survival. Oh man, I suck in both of those. Wait, actually, no, I'm better in nature. Okay. That is going to be a 16
Okay.
on nature.
This obviously is a magical seed. Nothing sprouts that quickly. But you recognize the flower as something that has grown in the Feywild, where your home was. And as in front of your eyes, as you're watching, more and more flowers just start to slowly spring up around it. In about a half hour, you have a very nice field of these kind of wild Fey flowers. And for the first time in a very long time, you breathe just a little bit and you relax. This is what you have missed for so long. This feels like a little bit of home for you. While it's definitely not the Fey Gardens, it is something familiar.
So still, though he is happy and feels that it is familiar, he does not entirely trust it. It came from a person that seems far too willing to help people out, but also clearly wants a lot of credit. So what he's going to do is he's actually going to take a couple of the flowers and carefully scoop it out from the dirt and put it in like a little pouch or a pot and tie it to himself.
Okay.
He's going to see how long this actually lasts.
Give me another. Well, actually, I'm not going to give you another. You pick the flowers, and as soon as you pick the flowers, they crumble and they turn to dust in your hand. This is not as you're used to at all. Fey flowers last for weeks, even without watering. Once they've been plucked, they can stay there for a very long time. Beautiful wildflowers. These ones, the second they were pulled out of the ground, wilted and died and dusted.
So he's going to take the dust and he's going to put it in a little napkin and wrap it up because he's got to show Eris and everybody else all of this. So he's going to then stick it in his bag and head back to the arena.
On to Arden.
Could be a good spell component.
Could be.
Arden is going to be kind of curious to see just how much was cleansed from Eos's cleansing, and he's going to take out a piece of this demon glass, is what I'm going to call it.
We'll call it demon glass for now until I have a better
name.
Yes.
Until I know what it is.
A
the
more
stained glass.
canonical name. Yes.
And he's going to touch it to see if it's still magically charged.
Yes, it is absolutely still magically charged.
Okay. Interesting.
What about
Does anything
infernal
happen when I
glass?
touch it?
When you touch it, you feel a spark of energy surge through you. Not like overwhelming or anything. And for a second, you feel angry. Really angry, which for you is very interesting as you have tried to live a peaceful life. The sudden flare-up of this emotion, anger, so raw, is interesting. But it fades pretty quickly. You get your anger back under control, and you realize that was not natural.
It's like Arden's raging, apparently.
Yeah.
That's what the glass does. Arden's gonna put that away for right now. Arden's gonna be like, that's good. That's good for now. Don't need to
Wrong
be
vibe.
feeling that. Not the vibe. Arden is just like kind of not happy because he just got like charmed. Like, he's a pacifist that was just handed this freaking sword. He's like, well, what am I supposed to do with this? So he's gonna.
You could just give it away.
I could just give it
You
away.
could just give it
I
away.
feel too guilty. Don't
Do
do
I have to
that.
fight Mundor for it?
The sword.
Yeah.
You must win.
I'm going to write to the fairest on it and throw it into the crowd and see what happens.
Oh!
Iliad reference?
Oh.
Anyone? Yeah.
Oh wow.
To the
All right.
strongest? No, that's not what's happening. That,
Oh,
that's,
okay.
that
I was
no,
like,
no, no, no,
okay.
no. That's not what's happening. That's not what's happening.
Okay.
Well, he's part
No, no, no,
cow, so I'm definitely the fairest of the two.
Oh, there you go.
Uh,
This is where Eris is like the heirest.
heiress?
The heiress
Oh,
of them all.
Eris with like her messed up hair and her like smudged eyeliner is like me.
Okay, Arden is going to put this sword away. He's going to hide it. And is going to he's going to basically go try to meet up with Goodwin and Eris, knowing that Eris is probably needing some help. He's gonna bring a cleric.
That's fair.
Arden is going to politely ask a cleric to help his friend.
Oh, that's really nice.
Aw.
Yes, we'll go back. You're able to join up with Goodwin and Eris, who have now been able to get some food in their
Here.
stomachs
Strawberry scone.
and been able
Thank
to
you.
calm down somewhat. Maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
But some food does make the day look brighter. So, what do you guys want to do?
Well, I'm glad that you showed up because I was going to suggest we go find you. Out of the three of us, I think that we should figure out what this glass does. And he will pull out some of the glass that we found.
Maybe carefully consider touching it. You might not feel yourself.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to touch it myself. But well, to be fair, we may have to touch it at some point.
Well, who would touch it? Arden's like, definitely being facetious.
Mm.
Arden's like, who would touch it? Come on, that would be crazy.
You guys have a guinea minotaur.
Yeah. Well, look,
True.
I think between the two of us and our knowledge of the arcane and other methods of casting spells, we could figure out what this is together.
Okay.
Can I, if I go to cast Detect Evil and Good on it, is this like not Eldath energy?
That you are using?
Uh-huh.
No, you can use that. That's
Oh.
fine. Any it's just spells that damage will
Okay.
take you away from Eldath.
Okay, I was just wondering if this new guy was like taking all of the cleric energy.
No, you still have your connection to Eldath.
Okay.
While faint, you still feel her pledge of peace rings true to you. So
Okay.
it's only when you break that peace, if you do any spells that cause or indirectly cause damage to somebody else.
Okay. So I'm gonna cast Detect Evil and Good.
Mm.
Look at it.
And yeah, so these shards definitely have evil power in them, infused. They are a weird amalgamation of divine and dark energy. We had a consecrated ground, a holy ground, that has then been, there was a word for it, desanctified? No.
Desecrated.
Desecrated. We had a holy ground that was desecrated with a mix of human and demon blood. That amalgamation of those powerful forces resides in it. So while there is evil, you also sense good in it as well. And it's kind of, they're tugging at each other, and that's what's causing them to register so powerfully on the static energy scale that you guys can just kind of sense that, wow, this is a highly charged magical item. It's that tension between good and evil that is trapped in this glass that is causing this powerful effect.
Okay. Well, it's not necessarily fully evil.
Mm.
I don't think you'll be in a lot of trouble if you use it very carefully. So,
Well, if we want a controlled environment where we can study it, we can go somewhere if you guys want.
I think you guys should turn it into a cool pair of sunglasses.
You know, that could help. Apparently,
Rose-tinted
James was seeing
glasses.
something through it. It was you, right?
No,
I
I was
remember
seeing
who it was.
that.
That was Arden.
Yeah.
Apparently, Arden
was-
saw
He was,
something
he was
through
seeing
it.
the true demon
Yeah.
forms.
Mm-hmm.
So, should we go to a lab?
Yeah, let's see what we can do with these.
All right. I'm going to hand you, carefully, with my mage hand, the rest of the glass that I have, and I'm going to give you an address to meet us. This is going to be one of the Blackthorn
One of the Blackthorn
locations. Yeah. I need to show Eris something before we go there, so will you meet us there in about 10 minutes?
I'll head there now.
All right. Come with me. I need to show you something.
Can I go to the bathroom for a second? Just,
No.
splash a little water? Okay,
I'm
fine.
kidding. Of course you can.
I thought she was gonna say I need to go throw up.
I need to throw up.
I need a.
Eris
Eris-
shows up. I just threw up.
Dad.
Good win. I just threw up.
Wait, hold on. I don't think I prepared prestidigitation.
Eris comes back
Prestidigitation?
like
Bye.
looking like crap, but a little
That
bit
would be so
better.
handy.
All right.
Okay.
I will
Where am I
take
going?
Eris to the cemetery.
Are you gonna bury me?
Yes. This is the end. Turn around.
Oh, you're pulling
Look
a
at the
Lenny.
flowers.
Count the
Do you,
flowers.
do you remember Bucket?
No,
No.
not Bucket.
I will take her to.
What? Bucket, Eris.
That's not what's going on.
I will take her to a tombstone that actually has Goodwin's name on it. It says Carl Goodwin Sharp.
You're dead?
No. This is my son. I never told you guys, but he's about your age, and you seem like you needed some help, and I feel like I've known you long enough. I could tell you about it, and you seem to have this connection to Eldath that I always kind of hope she's somewhere around in the ether, right? Which makes me think he's probably with her, right? That's a thing. Is that a thing?
Can I?
Damn.
Do you?
Dark
James
character.
isn't even there.
he peers over to the cemetery. Just damn.
That's
Turns
heavy.
back.
what do you want to do, Eris?
Do you mind? And I'm just gonna kneel on this grave, and I'm just gonna offer a little prayer.
That's really
a little
nice.
prayer to see if I can feel some peace, some good energies.
For the first time in a while, you do feel the peace of Eldath. This is a feeling you haven't felt in a long time. For just a moment, you feel that things will be okay.
Goodwin, I don't think you need to worry too much.
Well, that's sort of the point I'm trying to make with you is I don't really worry about it because you have this power from Eldath, which, if she's around, he's with her somewhere, and I don't think you got to worry about this Eos guy because you still got Eldath's blessing.
L-Dog.
That's what.
Eldog.
Hey, that's what we only called her on holidays.
Aoth and Eldog.
Hey, off an L-Dog.
Well, I appreciate you taking me here. It must have taken a lot from you.
Mm.
My only fear is that, my connection to Eldath used to sort of be like a chain, and I could feel her wherever she was, and I could pull on her and she could pull on me, and now it just feels like a tiny string running underneath a door.
But there's something there.
I know, but I fear that if I pull on it too much, it'll snap.
Hmm.
Not that she'll be gone, but
Well, there are magical enchantments on certain types of string that make them indestructible. So, oh, sorry. That probably wasn't appropriate.
yeah, quit it with your artifact stuff. But you know what? You did make me feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
Okay, come here. I'm gonna give you a little
Sure.
hug.
Aww.
Let's go figure out what this glass stuff is and maybe stop being so down on yourself. All right?
Okay, but you need to stop being so down on yourself.
Well, I'm not down on myself. I feel like I'm pretty high on life.
you keep acting like you're ancient.
Well,
You're not that old.
I mean, yeah, but you know, when you get to my age, certain things are more appealing. You know, like 10 and a half hours of sleep. You know, that's great, and doing things that interest you, like reading books.
Okay. Well, Goodwin, thank you.
Yeah, I feel like my times to be a rambunctious young man are over. So I'm happy to take, you know, one for the team and do things that people don't want to do, like work 24/7.
Yeah, I think we've got enough rambunctiousness in this group already.
Yeah.
Speaking of, where are our furry friends?
You know, I think that I thought that every day over that year that we were all separated, and every day I just got a good chuckle out of it thinking of what they were up to, because they are weird.
Speaking of, we will cut to the arena as Moondor is fighting against different waves of demons. Give me some D20 rolls.
All right.
While this is not going to be pure combat, give me 3 D20 rolls. You can add either your attack modifier or add your attack modifier.
Where is some dice I want to trust?
What do you want to be doing in the arena? Do you just want to be watching?
I mean, you're tweaked out. Maybe you're in there.
Wait.
He's one of the demons.
Kicking
Yeah,
ass
I
and taking aims.
for the first bit, I'll just watch to see
So-
exactly how I see the demons differently than how I saw them before, and how they react to Moondor
so-
fighting them.
You said I'm just rolling straight D20 rolls, nothing.
No, you're rolling like an attack.
Rolling like an attack.
Yeah, give me 3 attacks.
Oh, I would make these all reckless.
Then
And
roll them recklessly.
okay, so I'd be rolling with advantage.
Yes. But if you roll poorly, it's going to
I
have
know.
much more disastrous consequences.
Don't worry, I got this thing. And you haven't told me what my freaking medal does. Maybe I find out. Maybe this helps.
Yes.
So just rolling attacks.
Mhm.
So with my maul, that's a 19 on the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're gonna go ahead and switch it up a little bit. Next roll. That's going to be a 23. And then go ahead and go on the next roll. And the next one's going to be even higher with a 25.
25. The medal of courage allows you to swap any one of your rolls a day to be an automatic 15 to a roll. And then it actually has 2 charges a day, and then after that, it needs a long rest before it'll recharge. So twice a day, you can change any 2 rolls to 15. But it has to be a courageous roll. It can't be anything that would be deemed uncourageous, like lying
I get you.
stealth. This has to be a courageous action. And
So
you'll
do I-
automatically get a 15.
So with those 3 rolls, do I hand this into you?
Yes. So you have slain many demons in the battlefield, soaked in their.
Moondor is picturing each of these demons as that stupid rod. Like he doesn't see any demons in here. He's just clobbering these different rods.
This is how Moondor deals with his issues.
And he
just
with
fights.
each one that goes down and he watches the rod breaks. People in the arena would watch the demons break,
In half.
and he would like the smile will grow larger and larger on his face.
What were the names of the officiators of the
It was Coin and Titan.
Coin and Titan?
Yeah, Coin and Titan. Titan's the big dwarf. Coin's the goblin.
Well, I asked Titan.
How many demons were you able to capture last night?
Oh, quite a few. We got a nice collection here, including a really dangerous one. I don't know how any one person could fight this. We were thinking of saving this one for a final match against 10 heroes versus this one demon. Also, don't tell the city guards.
Right.
Yes.
Is that a question?
Are you not entertained? Is this all you have for me?
Just yelling and screaming.
I don't know is actually going to kind of flip it on his head and try to encourage Moondor by booing him.
In the stands.
Oh.
Yes.
Are you going to like make it known that it's you, or are you gonna try to disguise your voice in any way?
I'm gonna try to disguise my voice.
Okay. Yeah. Roll a deception check.
How many people are in?
It's
this arena?
a somewhat. People have definitely. It's a quieter arena than normal as people got attacked yesterday. However, the word has got out. People are fighting demons
That
in
is
the arena.
an
Watch them get killed as a great attraction for the arena to make some money.
Unnatural 20.
You're able to disguise your voice completely, and you'll hear one person in the crowd be
man.
not impressed.
He'll just like kind of like look over his shoulder, just like that epic pose, like as the dust is like going by his feet. What more do you need? And I will shout out like, give me more. This is not your best, for I am your best.
The more
I feel
doors.
like I made a mistake here.
More doors are gonna open, and you're gonna be fighting against double the amount of demons that you did in that last round. You haven't taken any significant damage in
Okay.
your rage state, so you should be okay.
Okay.
I'll 3 more savage attack rolls. What do you want
To make this more intense, I'm gonna frenzy, and oh well.
I'm gonna have to pick him up at the
I
end later
may.
this night too.
You know what? I'll frenzy if it's looking rough. But let's go ahead and.
I want to fly in there, but only if he's accepting of me fighting alongside him. So I'd kind of just like fly up over him and be like, "Would you like a hand in dispatching these demons?"
I will, with this roll. That's going to be a 22. I will throw one of the demons at him, and like as I like throw it at him, I just kind of point at him just epically, and just say, "I will use the last breath in my body, and not stop and not rest until I have taken that rod from your hands."
So I'm like,
Whoever kills the most demons gets it, eh?
The smile curls on his face. Yes, I accept your challenge.
So I don't know. I was gonna go over to Coin, right? And he's gonna slide him a couple coins and be like,
Oh, you're speaking my name.
I need you to make this stupidly hard for these 2 idiots. And then, at the last minute, I need you to cause all of the demons to suddenly vanish or something.
I don't know if he'd have that power.
Yes, I can totally do that. You two are going to face against CR7 demon. I need 3 attack rolls each. We're not going to go into full combat, but I want to see 3 attack
For
rolls.
sure.
What the story, what the dice unfold. We'll go one at a time. Reese,
First one's a 22.
James.
All right,
You don't have to worry about rolling damage.
Yes, I'm like definitely trying to get there before him. Like,
This one's mine.
Oof, boy,
like-
we aren't starting off good. 13.
as we're going through, we're doing that thing like Legolas and Gimli do. Like, and that's another one for
Yeah,
me.
exactly. Yeah.
Moondor will have the first kill.
Yep.
Moondor will have the first kill. Back to Moondor.
That's going to be a 20.
Wait. Do I get any advantage because I'm fighting demons with demon blood?
Juiced up.
Yeah.
Kill a demon. We'll find out.
Got the sauce.
28. And be mind, I'm being reckless with this too.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
but I've been rolling really good.
You've been rolling
Oh,
disgustingly good.
this is to,
Knock on wood.
this
Can
is to
he-
counter.
28. All right.
Well, can he not absorb the demon if he doesn't get the kill? Like, he's killing him right next to him. Would he still be able to absorb the demon?
You have to do the killing blow to be able
Okay.
to absorb the demon soul.
Okay. Oh, gosh. 9.
Oh, where is your little rod now? Is your rod just shrinking in your pants?
Oh! Don't
All
clip
right.
that. Don't
Hey, make a charisma saving throw at that.
Shots
Who said I
fired.
could not catch vicious mockery?
Shots fired.
12.
All right, that was very mean of Moondor.
That was. Yes.
But
Yeah.
all right,
Did you become
Moondor,
a
roll again.
barbarian?
Let's
You
see.
can be expending key points, by the way.
That's going to be 21.
Duh.
21. Okay.
Yeah, I could have been.
Yeah. Okay. You are fired up, and you are, your James is now. While it was a friendly competition at first, it is now business.
It's personal.
It's
Yeah.
personal. Okay. Roll. And tell me how you want to use your key.
Okay, there we go. We're looking at a 24. And it's just going to be unarmed strike after unarmed strike,
Yeah.
right? And I'm using just a key point just to do those extra flurry of blow attacks.
Nice.
So you're seeing the embers, the sparks come off of my fists and my
That is
feet
what I want.
as I just start
exactly.
to ramp up my speed of hitting these demons.
Yes. Moondor's getting excited watching him get actually into it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You are able to kill a demon, and when you do, you're going to absorb a demon's soul. I will let you know what this first one does, and then the rest, every time you kill a demon, you'll be able to add either a new ability, or you'll be an ability will be strengthened. This one is called Cursed Healing. If anyone around you in a 30 feet tries to heal, you can spend your reaction. And instead of healing, they are hurt that much.
Ooh.
A very powerful demon ability. This will hurt you as well, but only half damage.
Okay.
So you'll take on some of the damage, but it will turn any healing that somebody does into damage, which could finish off an opponent
Sure.
right there.
Yeah.
So cursed healing, and I'll have that
Dang,
written down for
that's
you.
gross.
So that is some ability you have now gained with the demon blood, and as you absorb this demon soul, your eyes kind of go back to normal, and you kind of have a headache because of the rush of energy that you have. You won't be able to absorb another demon's power until another long rest.
Okay.
So you can't farm demons in the arena. Otherwise, that would be a little
That'd be
broken.
disgusting.
That'd
Yeah.
be a little oversight.
Yeah. You got to nerf that a little bit.
So how much experience per demon do we get as a party?
I'm at
One
level
more
15
final
now.
roll, both of you guys, as you're going up against the final big bad boy
Ooh,
demon.
If I'm gonna use Matt Mercer dice and my panda dice. Let's see.
Setting our energy.
Are you going to roll at the same time?
It's gonna be a spirit bomb of dice.
6 plus... What's 6 plus 7? That's 12, right?
6 plus
No,
7.
13.
That's 13.
13. 21.
Moondor
If I-
will not reckless.
Okay.
And try to deceive in letting you get the coolest finalist blow in an act of
Glory.
seizing higher glory. So can I, instead of making an
Wow.
attack roll, make a deception check?
Absolutely.
Okay.
If you want to do that with advantage.
with advantage.
With deception, yes.
Okay.
Seizing higher glory. This was a charge that
Yeah.
Eldaf gave you. In the moment, you feel your blood and your adrenaline pushing you, and you feel your honor, your heritage telling you to drive this final blow. And then you remember that message that Eldaf sees a higher glory.
Okay. That's. I mean, for deception, doesn't really work. Oh, I can cash in my inspiration.
Yes, you can.
Cash in that. Come on, panda. This isn't very courageous, so I don't think I can use my medallion, my medal. So
It's kind of courageous.
This is, I would say,
even
courageous.
I would say
even though
this
it's
is courageous.
deception. Yeah.
Yeah.
okay. So that'll be a total of 16.
16.
Yes.
So you clutch your medal.
Yes.
And you remember this charge of Eldaf, sees a higher glory. So you drive your maul into it's a maul.
Yep, it's a mall.
Yeah, you drive your maul into this demon's knee, which forces the demon down to its knee. While James was going to go for a key press into the chest, it has now put the head directly in.
What'd you roll?
It was 22 or something. Yeah.
Into the line of sight of it, and you take full opportunity of this weakness of the demon, and you crack the head back, and the head just snaps back completely, and the body falls completely backwards.
That was incredible! He's gonna pick you up and like squeeze you and hug you. You are so great. You are immovable. Yeah. He's like gonna pat you on the shoulder.
Put me down.
Yeah, he'll put you down. I have had my fill. I have had my battle. Let us drink and be merry.
I look up at him. I'm like, Moondor, you're the strongest Minotaur I've ever met.
Wow.
Then
You've never met any other Minotaurs?
He'll have that just kind of like glowing kind of smile on his face. Like he kind of looking back and realizing like he just needed to just punch his emotions out.
Out. Very cool. Back to the lab.
Yeah, let me ask before we start that. I can actually change my spells, my cantrips, every long rest. So in preparation for this, could I have done that in the morning?
I'll say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just to get stuff that might be a little bit more useful for investigating things.
Okay.
But I'm good.
Arden, are you like a scientist?
Arden's you're gonna walk in on Arden wearing a very fake looking like sheen quality lab coat and fake glasses. Like, yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, I mean, we've got some inside if you want a lab coat as well.
I want
You
a
do look
lab
pretty good.
coat.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Arden's going to when you two enter the lab or when you meet up is going to be say,
Yeah. I'd probably have to let you in, but at that point
Well,
we could be
sure.
in there. Yeah.
Arden's just in there. He talked his way in.
Yeah,
asked
I could see that
nicely.
happening. They know you're with me, so
Yeah, well, I would just be like, listen, I know a guy.
yeah.
I know Goodwin. Trust me, we're good friends. I have a theory about what this does. Eris, you said that you detected both good and... What did you feel when you detected the good and evil within these shards again?
It was sort of like equal good and evil, kind of tugging back and forth with each other.
Interesting. So when I, this morning, awoke to test if these were cleansed, decided to touch one of them. And when I did, when I touched one of these shards of glass, it made me feel rage I've never felt. So I have a theory. Would you touch one of these?
Sure.
Give me a Constitution.
Oh, that
saving
might not.
throw.
Oh, okay, it's happening.
Can I take your Quiddy one?
That's my cleric dice too.
It's natural. If it all put together. Let's see here. Just a flat.
I will say that's Pike's dice, and Pike doesn't usually roll well in critical roll.
It's true.
That's a rockin' 2.
On a con save.
Oh no!
Pike, yep,
Pass that down to James.
that
please.
is that's Pike for you.
I'm like, oh, I wish I retroactively gave you bardic inspiration or something, but it's okay.
Even with a bardic
It wasn't gonna be
inspiration
great.
plus, because 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's no. Okay. So you touch it with your finger, and as you touch it with your finger, it's going to envelop up your finger and in around your palm, and it's a searing heat. You're gonna take. I need to roll this.
You have venom inside you now.
I know.
Congratulations,
You're
you
gonna
have a
take
symbiote.
8 burning.
8 burning?
8 fire
Okay,
damage.
sorry.
5 necrotic. And 10 radiant damage. As this
not good.
shard of glass kind of fuses with your hand. And while you are, what the glass does is it amplifies whatever emotion you're currently feeling quite a bit. So right now you are going to be feeling a lot of pain. So it'll be either, however Eris will react to pain, in like extreme anger or extreme fear, it will be amplified tenfold. So yeah, that's not pretty.
I've created a monster. I've given the Karen heightened emotions.
Oh no!
Uh,
She's gonna ask for the manager.
Maybe we let the emotionless person give it a shot.
I'm not gonna scream in here, but Eris is just on the ground screaming, like slamming her hand against the ground, trying to break it off.
I'll
Because
use
she's at 9 health.
I'll use prestidigitation just to see if it works. But my prestidigitation I have in like a little vial, and I'll pour it on your hand as you're like struggling, and we'll see if that can clean it, whatever it is.
Prestidigitation is not going to clear off. It feels, you see the shard of glass like embedded into.
The glass is inside her hand.
The glass is
Jeez.
like fused to be part of the skin, and you see outwards. It seems like your skin has become like stained glass. Like your hand is starting to turn to glass. If you've seen Atlantis, you know how like the lady turns to crystal.
Yes.
It's kind of like that, kind of looking like a glowing, see-through, opaque kind of material in your hand.
Oh shoot!
It is a magical weapon that you can learn to use and harness, and allows it's a very powerful magical weapon. That I will get you the stats for in just a bit if you want to. But that is up to you.
Damn.
Again.
Everyone's getting demon power-ups.
Every now and then James just keeps talking up there and is like,
Damn,
Arden's
that's
gonna
crazy.
Be like, that
We
didn't
need,
happen
like,
when
a-
I touched that. I'm so sorry, Eris.
Is the pain still going?
it has subsided. With your own natural divinity, you are able to kind of channel your own energy around it and kind of restrain it to your hand.
Okay.
You realize you're kind of focusing on it and trying to channel your own healing to either get rid of it or stop the pain. You are able to numb your hand and get your emotions under control. So you're able to return back to normal.
Arden, why is my hand made of glass?
I don't have an answer.
Wait,
for
hold
you.
on. I can fix this. He runs to the other room and starts preparing something.
You're
I
good
was
with
going-
just throwing things off of.
Arden's going to look and be like, my hands didn't turn to glass. I don't have an answer for you.
Do you think it'll break if I hit something? Is it like delicate like glasses?
Is that a risk you
Yeah,
wanna
so
take?
you feel it with your other hand, and it's, while now it is fully fused, it seems to have lost a lot of, well, not lost, but it's not going to like keep on infecting you, especially with your
Okay.
holy power kind of keeping it in check. So you can now feel it, and anyone else can examine it now completely closely without it infecting other pieces of people. It does, it feels magically fortified. So it doesn't feel like it's going to break or anything, as far as you know.
Okay, I got it. He comes back in the room with another vial. Okay, let me see. And he'll pour the vial on. I'm going to do remove curse. Is that maybe?
Well, if this is powerful, I don't know if I want it gone.
Well, you do have plenty of other magic. You do have plenty of other shards. Remove curse will shrink what was kind of how it turned your skin to glass. It'll shrink it back to the shard, and the shard will fall to the ground and shatter as normal glass. That glass has lost its power and its ability. You now feel completely back under control of your emotions. You realized even though you felt like you had your emotions in check, if any emotion had pushed you one way or another, you would have been forced to feel that emotion at its fullest, either happiness or greed or envy or anger, whatever emotion. It would have been amplified in you. And now you're back to your somewhat calm self, pretending to be
Relatively
calm.
calm.
Yeah.
Jeez.
All by comparison.
All right, well, so maybe we don't just try things like that. Maybe we think about this before we stick the glass in our hands.
You did learn a lot.
We
You
learned so much.
so much.
But maybe we could have learned something in this new book. And he slams the book down on the table. There might be something in here. I mean, there's a lot of demon stuff in it, apparently.
That maybe should have been step one.
Yeah.
Oh, well, this was the fun. Arden's just gonna be like, this is the fun way.
Eris
Okay.
slaps you upside the back of your head. Fun for you.
Can I...
Your hand was so cool for a minute, though.
It did look really cool.
It did look really cool.
I would like to research the book, however long that will take, to see if we can find anything about these shards that have some sort of connection to divine
Absolutely.
slash
Yeah,
demon
you can
things.
give me.
Oh, you know what I should do? While we're at it, let me do a enhance ability on myself, and we'll do Fox's Cunning.
Wow.
You keep stealing my fur. Is it?
Mhm.
Like, are you doing
No,
this
I-
while I'm asleep? Or?
No, I have a backlog of
It's a
fur
collection.
From,
A
yeah, it's just a
collection?
collection of different types of things.
He picks through your hairbrush.
Yeah, I was gonna say every day
my
he just
fur brush.
picks off the hairs that you've left on your pillow.
Yeah.
He's just like, I'm cleaning.
Yeah.
I just imagine he looks like Mole from the Lost City of Atlantis. He's like, oh yes, the all the little minerals. You know how his whole collection. He has different like just piles of fur.
That internally, yes. Externally, he doesn't change much, but he moves a lot faster when he's excited about things. So
I like that.
That old man can move.
plus 3 decks.
Yeah, give me intelligence.
Oh,
Either history or religion as you are doing your research.
I'm gonna do religion on this one.
Can I
I
give
feel like
him
that's more
a
appropriate.
bardic
Why did I just roll
inspiration?
on there?
Yeah. You can give bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Let me
Tried
roll
to
with my
look,
actual
I didn't
dice.
think I would knock it over. I tried to be so gentle.
Bardic inspiration is a 10 or an 8.
It's a D8.
D8.
In this case, it is. He's high enough level. It's now a D8.
That's a
Oh, it was
19.
before.
19. Oh, it was always a D8. My bad.
Well, it was before, yeah.
19. This book.
I guess I
is-
should technically roll again because
This book is pretty inaccurate.
Hmm.
Yeah, you have now firsthand knowledge of how demons work, how they absorb souls, how they don't seem to carry a strict form, and how they, in the dark realm, they can take on many forms and they have inky clouds. This book that was given you, either woefully inaccurate or intentionally misrepresenting
okay.
demons. So this book that was given is either to throw you off the scent of demons, or maybe to mock your knowledge. of demons.
Yeah, you guys just see Goodwin like flipping through, and he like it looks confused and like flips forward a few pages, flips back. This book is a load of crap. That ain't right. What?
Well,
None
you know,
of this
I
makes
didn't-
any sense.
I didn't
It's
think very
contradictory
highly
to
of
what we
his
know.
Gifts anyway.
Hmm.
You know what, Arden? Can I see that sword of yours?
I was about to say,
The sword?
yeah.
Good question. Do I have it on me? Let me decide. 'Cause I'm like, I hid it because I did not want to be dealing with it.
Identify on it. Do you have something like that?
You
I
wanna
have
roll
an
for it?
idea.
Okay.
Wanna roll
you
for
do
it?
yours.
Yeah, sure, can roll for it.
No idea.
Oh. Okay. I'm like, do I just create the DC, or are you
Yeah,
gonna tell
you
me?
create the DC.
Okay, sure. What is the roll gonna be? I don't know. I do have the sword on me.
Can I see it?
You may.
Okay, and I take the hilt. I'm gonna go. Okay. I think I have a way we can figure this out. And
Is Eris's hand gonna turn to glass or something when she grabs it?
No.
and I
Elsa?
don't like doing this, but at least we'll be even. And she hits Arden with a sword.
The flat of the blade, right?
Classy.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, just slice his face.
I'm not gonna cut you in half, but I'm gonna bonk you with it.
Jeez Louise, what the hell?
Does that make her go further away from her goddess, or is this goddess approved?
Yeah, let me roll. Because this is a very, very unique
I love
weapon.
this because she's like, I'm going to figure out what this is.
It when it's brought to smack Arden, it stops right before hitting him.
This is a ruse.
Okay.
Arden's gonna be like,
It's like, no more sword.
All right, children, you're going in timeout.
Arden's just like, oh my gosh, a sword for a pacifist? It can't hit anything? What? That's a good threat, though. I'll keep that in my back pocket.
Yeah.
Well, if this book is a load of crap, I'm concerned that the other gifts are loads of crap too. So
he
let
gave
me.
you a sword. And what if you had gotten backed into a corner and you were scared and you had to fight to save your life and then horrible.
Yeah, it doesn't seem very useful
I
as
wonder
a sword.
if everyone else's gifts were a load of crap. My gift certainly was a load of crap.
I don't like how that god just charmed me.
Maybe
He
he's
used
got
magic
something
to
against the
manipulate me.
humanoids in the group because the three of us are humanoids, and
Maybe he's
maybe the other three got
racist.
something. Exactly. That was my thought exactly.
Ooh, that horrible man thinks just because they've got little ears that.
All right, let me try something. I'm gonna cast Identify on the sword.
Okay.
Now, I meant to talk to you earlier about me getting a pearl because that's required.
Uh-huh.
Would a pearl be available at least in the laboratory?
I've got
for me
my
to
earring.
Identify in here. Is it worth 100 gold?
It was a gift.
You can take the earring.
Okay.
You can take the earring to a cast Identify.
Okay. I will ritual cast Identify because I don't actually have it prepared. So 11 minutes.
Okay.
Figure out what it
It'll
does.
take a bit, but
And
you will.
Let me tell you exactly what it does because some people do get confused with
Yes,
Identify.
yes. Tell me,
Um,
because this is important.
If it is a
Basically knows
magic
everything
item
about
or
it.
some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, and how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created.
Okay. It is a +3 legendary longsword. It is already attuned to another person.
Okay. But we can
and
attune to it to break the attunement.
you can try to attune. But attuning is, well, usually it's just a long rest with the item, usually sleeping. That's how it is.
I think if it's away from someone for more than 24 hours, the attunement breaks.
But this is
Dep-
a god sword.
Just I just wanted to-
depending
yeah.
on the
Yeah,
item and
okay.
depending on how the
This is
dungeon
Goodwin's
master.
knowledge of attunement.
Yes,
that
yes.
He would be thinking.
Generally, attunement works that way. But if it's anyway, so you don't know who it's attuned to. You can tell it answers to somebody, and it is disgustingly potent. The amount of energy wrapped in this blade is something that you've only seen in the Spear of Eldath that she wielded to fight Vecna.
Okay.
A holy relic.
So any properties besides the +3, like does it have charges for anything?
The sword does have charges and will sentiently laugh at you and conceal the rest of its powers from you.
Okay.
Does it grow
So-
a mouth, or does it just like echo
No,
in his
but
brain?
like you can tell
can
while
sense
you
the
are not
smokiness.
attuned and you can't speak to it, you can tell the sword is actively keeping something from you.
All right, let me just set this aside. I'm gonna go in another room, place it down for a moment, and step back into the room that everyone else is. I'm gonna go ahead and say whatever we say between ourselves, we do not say in front of the sword,
The sword's listening.
because the sword might be listening to everything we're saying.
It's a wiretap.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think you might be right about this whole Eos situation. He seems to be untrustworthy, to say the least.
He's too perfect.
Yeah.
I told you from the second I met him, I didn't like him. You know what? I'm gonna go give him a piece of my mind.
Okay, well, I mean, he nuked the entire city with the snap of a finger, so maybe we don't confront him.
Yeah, and I'm the one who grappled Vecna, so.
I mean, while impressive, Vecna was a very thin, gaunt skeleton man, so let's, this guy had very nicely toned muscles.
How
Interesting
vain?
wording.
How vain do we think he is?
I'm going to go ahead and say from 1 to 10, I'm going to put him somewhere above a 9 in terms of vainness, just on our one encounter with him.
And how good do you guys think my acting skills would be?
Do you want me to say?
I
I just don't want to offend anybody
I
today.
think I could pull off, a good little priestess. At least for a day.
Well, maybe you come up with the plan and we have Arden do the acting bit. He's a little bit better at it than you.
He's not a cleric.
Well,
I could pretend.
yeah.
And
I'm just thinking logically here. We don't want you to get in trouble for something that is sort of out of your wheelhouse.
okay.
I do worry that if I get close to Eos again, he's going to charm me again.
And I'm half elf. I've got a resistance to being charmed. It only makes sense if I go and I'm helpful.
Can you cast a protection spell on him?
I could prepare something like bless.
I was thinking more like protection from evil and good.
I think I have that. Let me take a look. In the interim, I mean, having someone kind of cozy up to him would be good. I have a pretty high charisma.
It'd be pretty easy for Arden. I mean, I don't think you'd have to do much acting. You saw the way he looked at him the other day.
I've got protection from evil and good.
Yeah. You think that would work?
Would that prevent me from being charmed?
Okay,
I think it gives
protection
you
from
advantage.
evil and good. One willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures, including celestials. The protection gives several benefits. Creatures have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. The target also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them.
Wow. That's a perfect spell.
So I'll flip open my little pocket book. It's called Clerics for Dummies. And I flip it open and I'm like, okay, I've got my holy water.
If you don't have it prepared today, we can come up with the plan and then, do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
got this.
What is the plan?
Yeah, let's figure that out first before we
you
cast any spells.
are very charismatic, and perhaps you could go in there and pretend to be charmed, cozy up to him, do whatever he wants you to do for a day. Just kind of get a gauge on his motives.
I don't think he's gonna buy it.
I don't know. I mean, if you
He's
compliment him enough, I feel like it might work. He seemed like the type of person who, wants followers and worshipers. If you really ham up that you're gonna worship him.
Maybe more interestingly, what if we just ask the people that are already worshiping him?
they're charmed
Yeah, I feel like
already,
they might turn on us.
and they'll go snitch on us.
Mm-hmm.
This kind of stuff that we're
someone
learning
knows a
here.
guy.
This is heavy stuff. I mean, people don't just believe it. You got to do some convincing. So,
I do think that having one of the clergy members that's already worshiping him would be better than having me walk in.
Well, he's only been here for like 10 hours, so.
You know what? I've got a good idea. I'll be back in 20 minutes. Get a chair,
Okay,
tape,
Uh-huh.
rope,
got it.
and a branding iron.
He's just pointing to all the stuff on the table. Yep, got it. It's already here.
I will be back in 20 minutes. I know just the person. And I'm going to go over to the Temple of Eldath.
Oh, are you going to kidnap?
No.
No.
I'm gonna go and maybe I'll recognize one of the clergy people. Stephanie, she was my roommate in
Yes.
cleric college.
Yes.
Your sorority?
Yeah, the cleric sorority. I go and I find Stephanie from cleric sorority. Stephanie.
Oh, hello.
So there's a new big man in charge. Did you see that?
Yes, he's been so nice.
Oh, well, you know, my heart. It's hard because I'm still so heartbroken about Eldath. May she rest in peace.
Your heart, yes. My heart.
And Stephanie, can we just talk? I need.
Real talk, girl. Yes,
Real talk.
Real talk.
Do you want to come get lunch with me?
I would love a lunch.
Okay.
Yes.
And this is a really secret place. Okay, no one's been here before. So we're going to be some of the first guests. But you know me, I know the best places.
Oh, yes. You know the good stuff.
Okay, come with me. And I'm going to take her back to the lab.
Ooh, I can't wait for brunch.
Oh, they have this whole theme, and there's all these little bottles, and hey, Goodwin.
Before you get back, I wonder if I could have taken the 11 minutes to cast Identify on the Shard of Glass as well.
I'll say so.
Okay.
So while they're all doing that, I don't know is gonna look to these two and say that we should probably meet. But I just stole your accent for a second. We should probably head back to the rest of the group. You got it all out of your system?
Oh, we have fought very well. I love this medal. The gifts he gave are so nice. I'm excited to see what he gave everyone else and how they've been treating them.
So here's the thing. You know what? We'll discuss it when we get back to the group. Yeah. That's a good time to do it. You doing okay?
Yeah.
Your gift hasn't cursed you.
His pupils are
Are
super
my eyes
dilated.
still.
They're a little red, but you're back to
Alright.
some
So-
pretty normal.
Are
I'm
you-
feeling very fine, thank
are-
you.
Are you on drugs?
No, what would make you think that?
Can Mundo make an insight check to see if he took it and
And-
didn't share any with him?
And that's where we'll take a break. All right, welcome back. We have the rest of today's episode. You guys were all meeting together to discuss your plots, and we had lured away Brittany,
Stephanie.
Yes.
Close enough.
Brittany's the
I
other
think
lady.
Mundor might have had a role he was going to.
Oh, yes.
I need to make an insight check to see if he's taken this blood,
Oh,
the
the
demon
demon
blood,
blood?
without me, because
Without sharing.
without sharing, yes, because he said he didn't have
I
any.
said I was out.
Insight. That's a 15.
Give me a deception. Unless you just want to openly admit it, James.
That's.
Do you want the
James's
first step is admitting
side.
you have a problem.
I don't have a problem. I can stop whenever I want.
That's what they all say,
see.
James Rankin.
I'm gonna go for it. Oh, that's a dirty 20 right there.
Yeah, he doesn't have any on him.
And we'll just continue to huff and puff his way down. Just try not to feed back into that rage he had before.
I don't know is gonna give him a little pat on the. Well, he can't reach the shoulder, so he's just gonna do it like on his lower back.
Okay.
So we have led poor Stephanie into the Blackthorn lair. About the same time you guys are showing up, you'll see Eris leading another priestess
Great, she
into
brought friends.
the lair.
Please don't bring these chaotic people in here.
By the time you get in the door, Eris has like her foot on the back of the chair, and Stephanie is sitting in it, and she's got ropes in her hands, and she's like tying her in.
Wow.
I'm sorry. What did we just walk into?
How did you just walk in here?
I thought DM said we caught up with you guys, right?
The dungeon master said I could be here.
That's sad.
You caught up to her walking on
I
the
know.
street.
That's
Duke it
like
in.
the D&D version of being like, and I know that we're supposed to get married. He told me so.
Dungeon Master told me that I'm supposed to be here, so, you know. Unless I'm not,
Oh my
Dungeon
goodness.
Master.
That's amazing.
Mighty Dungeon Master. Are we supposed to be here?
Yes.
Okay.
Are we? Okay.
Ha!
Yes.
All right, Eris, is this
So-
another one of those
Good.
filthy demons?
Can we?
No.
We can take this somewhere else. It doesn't
Can't-
have to be in the super secret hiding position.
I'm sorry. Why are you tying her up?
This is my good friend Stephanie, and she has been charmed.
Yeah. I was gonna check to make sure that Stephanie's actually charmed.
Yeah, you can roll a Arcana.
I'm not sure what I
Arcana.
walked in on, but I feel like I should leave the room.
Roll it.
This doesn't seem like us. Does it? It seems a little much.
Ooh, that is a 20.
Seems about the right speed for me.
You notice
that
the
does
telltale
not
signs of being charmed. Sparkle in the eyes, and high spirits.
Okay.
But more so than usually human.
Okay. So I have a counter charm that typically gives people advantage on saving throws against being charmed.
Okay.
Could I use it to
Yeah, absolutely.
help
To
her
give them a chance
break
to
out
break
of the
out.
charm?
And if that doesn't work, we could just dump her in a bunch of water.
What does that sound like? Let me put you on the spot.
Yeah, I'm like, putting her
If
on the
she's
spot.
seduced by this guy, you just gotta seduce her better.
Oh.
Make her forget all about Eos.
Arden turns into a little F boy. He's like,
No! No!
Don't ever do that again.
Oh my god.
That
that
is
image
cursed.
out.
All right, she
God.
is uncharmed.
she is uncharmed and she's also disturbed.
You uncharmed.
One way or another.
Critically effective.
This is dark even for us guys.
All right.
What happened with that shard? Are you good?
Don't worry about it. Yeah. Anyway, it's done. She's
Are
uncharmed.
you okay?
I don't know why I'm tied up here. What is going on? Girl, we were getting salads. Now I'm being tied up to a chair.
Well, girl, you were charmed.
Yes.
And now you're-
that's true.
And do you feel better now?
I yes.
And you know what? I didn't want to tie you up, but I remember how
Is-
crazy you
is-
got at last Christmas
Is
party.
this a cleanse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your toxins are all gone.
I do feel
And tomorrow your skin's
Detoxed.
gonna look really good.
that's good.
So,
Yes.
let me untie you here.
Wait. We need to press her for information. We need to see what she has known going inside with all these other hoodickies.
Moondor, she's not a prisoner, so
No, she's not a prisoner. She is our ally. As I smile with a raised eyebrow.
Yes. Are we?
I mean, Stephanie, we just want to know what's going on inside the temple now.
So we're not having brunch.
We will get brunch after,
You know
and
what?
it'll be on me.
I don't know.
If you
if,
tell us everything we wish to know, then we all get brunch and have be buddies.
I don't know. I was
okay.
gonna go into the back, into the the kitchen, and start making brunch.
whoa. Hang on a sec. You can't just go back there. All right, let me get some stuff for you.
Ugh.
Why not? What are you keeping back there?
You guys technically shouldn't even be in here. So if anyone comes through the door,
Don't worry, no one will see me. I'll be right back. and he's gonna go sneak off and try to cook something for brunch while these hooligans deal with everything else.
So I'm just gonna start talking to Stephanie and be like, "So Stephanie, you were charmed.
Yes.
I'll be with you.
Apparently,
Do
yes.
you realize who's done that?
That no.
So I was charmed after interacting with that god last night.
Oh, Eos. Yeah, he's so handsome.
Still charmed, apparently.
Did not roll high on their intelligence check on this, so they don't understand who has done the charming or kind of even the consequences of charming. They understand though that my head feels a lot clearer. Thank you.
Yes, so glad I could snap you out of it. Got the smelling salts.
Yes.
Smelling salts.
Yeah. So Eos charmed me. I think it's pretty likely that after he walked into the temple, he probably charmed you and the rest of the clerics, which means he's manipulating all of the clerics of Eldath into worshiping him.
Oh, that's not good.
You know what? This might be a little over her head. One second. Do you remember that paladin that you used to run around with?
Oh, yes.
So handsome.
Mm-hmm.
But such a piece of work.
Yeah, Bebo was something.
We just could not. And that Eos is kind of like Bebo.
Yeah, Bebo. Bebo. You know,
Must have been a
you
half-orc.
go for the muscles, but
I know.
they
cute
they
half-orc,
just
apparently.
don't give you any love.
And that's how I feel about Eos. And so I just, I want the down low about what's going on in the Temple of Eldath now.
Well, so Eos has declared himself the new god of peace, to give gifts and his divine counsel for the temple. And in fact, most of the temple clerks and clergy agree that they will rename the temple in his honor. Eldath's gone, and Eos is here. Is the sentiment, or is the idea that they're agreeing to.
Well, this god works fast. Be able to get the followers around him.
I don't know is going to return with a bunch of sandwiches for everybody.
Right. All we have here is like dried meat and maybe some like old tomatoes.
He did his best.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
give
sorry,
me-
guys.
yeah,
It's just not very good. I don't have the right ingredients, and I'm almost out of fish.
Oh, hang on a sec. I take the one that was given to Eris, pull off some mold from the bread. Okay, it's good.
I am disgusted.
Well, I'll cut
And we'll be going
Stephanie
shopping
loose.
later.
What,
Cut her
this
loose.
place
Well,
isn't,
thank you.
isn't a
Yeah,
kitchen.
You guys are pretty chill though.
Every place should be
I know. It's a pretty
This is
good
a
group of
hideout.
Every
folks around
place
here.
should have a good kitchen.
Yeah, if you want to grab a sandwich, we're actually about to have a meeting. I'm so sorry. So if you just want to, take a Sammy to go,
Yeah.
we can meet up again later. And, don't tell anybody back at the temple.
No.
It's
I
a secret
won't
between
tell
us
her.
girls.
No, I won't
Okay.
tell her.
Well, I'll see you on the flippity flop, Stephanie.
Oh, of course. Did you all want to hear about when more angels were coming?
I'm sorry,
Oh,
what?
for sure.
Before we discuss all this, just to be safe, can I have looked around, like in the storage room or something? I want to see if I can find something big enough to hold the sword that is lined with lead. Would that be something my organization would have?
I'm gonna roll.
Maybe not in this
I'm
location,
gonna
but maybe
roll
another
for it.
location.
Can I just shove the sword in a bag of holding?
I have a bag
Oh,
of
that would
holding.
work. Yeah.
That will totally work.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, so
do
you
that.
I'll
guys
take you to the back room.
before
We can,
things
put
got
the
really
sword in before we return.
inside the bag of holding, the sword is unaware, unsentient.
Good idea. That works.
Just, Moondor's just looking confused at what you guys are all doing, but he's still like waiting. All right, tell us when are these people coming?
Hang on, there are other things we need to take. Can I please have that rod?
Why?
James, just trust me.
Hey, he has earned it. He
I'll
does
give
not
it
need to
back.
give it up to anybody except
Oh,
for me.
have you guys noticed anything weird about your gifts?
Maybe we should talk about this in our meeting after Stephanie gets home. She doesn't want to be bored with all of this.
You're right,
Oh, yeah, you got
Stephanie.
gifts. Oh, yes.
But doesn't she need to tell us about the... Well, it's all right. You have a good
I
day.
can just eat my sandwich and go.
Stephanie, would you please tell us about the angels?
Yes, Eos.
I'm trying to get. Hold on, before we start talking about things, let's make sure that we're not being listened to. Okay, please.
Well, you
I'm
give
going
a bit.
to.
In the bag
Better
of holding.
give it back right quick.
Yes, in the bag of
Slip
holding,
it in.
please. Thank
Yeah.
you, Mundor. Your amulet, please. We will give it back in the bag of holding.
He's just gonna take it and be like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. And he kind of shoves it underneath his armpit.
Oh, Mundor, that's please.
I do not know what you're talking about.
Oh gosh,
Just let him keep the amulet.
Mundor, is that?
It's a medal.
Amulet metal
Mundor, I thought
doesn't
you had
really
the
make a
amulet in your hand.
difference.
What's that up there? Can you reach up and grab it?
You will not fool me with these tricks. You pointing at the wizard
I feel
man.
it tickling in your armpit as my mage hand is.
I will look around.
It's invisible, so
yeah, like he's definitely spooked by it.
I will attempt to get the.
Yeah,
the
you can do a
amulet
sleight
and
of
put
hand
it in the
check.
bag.
Perception check.
Can I use my intelligence modifier since I'm using a spell to do this?
Sure.
You're probably gonna pass my passive.
What was your passive perception?
I'm just gonna. Yeah, we'll just do this.
You're on guard, I would say.
15.
15?
Yeah.
Oh, so
Give me a perception roll.
a contested check.
Well, that makes sense because you are trying to keep your
You
things
said.
safe.
You said.
I just added my just straight intelligence.
That's fair.
Already. Nah, he's got it.
Okay, in the bag. What did you get?
Sorcery.
I don't
Am
know.
Yes, you.
Well, I'm guessing he already put his seeds in the bag of holding.
Are your seeds in the bag of holding?
Maybe.
You guys, this is.
You know what?
I feel like you're not fully
let's walk and
grasping the
talk.
situation.
No, I will
Let's talk
explain to
outside.
you.
Yes,
You and
girl.
I.
Let's get some air.
Let's
I need
get
some
some
air.
air. I can't deal with
While
all
you
of
guys
these
are
people.
doing that, Eris and Stephanie will go outside, and as they're just walking up on the street, she'll be like, "So yeah, Eos has promised a divine rain in 6 days when he leaves. An angelic host is gonna come, and it's gonna be a great party. There's gonna be a lot of celebrating, and all the babies will be blessed."
What?
Who are the babies?
You know,
They need a party
babies.
planner.
We
Eris.
need
This is your
to.
chance.
We need to bless the babies.
Why are we
And
busting babies?
You
What did
guys
they
aren't
do?
out here.
Blessing babies.
Bless the babies.
I thought she said bust. Why are
We're
we
not
hitting the
busting
babies?
We're
I'm
blessing
just
babies.
trying to decipher. Is she talking about actual like infants, or is she referring to like the babes? Like,
She's like, babes.
Babes.
We're all getting blessed.
We're all babes in Eos's eyes.
And did he say anything else? Just in 6 days.
It's 6 days. It'll be grand.
Is there like an invite?
It'll be kingdom wide.
Could you send me the invitation?
Yeah, I'll put it on your board.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. You know, you're the best. You're the best. Next time we'll go get salads
Yes.
and juice cleanses and kale.
You owe me.
I-
yeah, you owe me.
Okay, don't get charmed again. Okay, maybe do a little protection from
I'll,
the evil.
I'll put on my sunglasses.
Wait, did you say put it on your board? I just imagine like everybody's social media post is just like one giant board where they go like like nail
Eris
things up.
does have
I
a big
love
board in
that.
the town square where she posts like recipes and
She's
and
got
drawings.
Pinterest board. It's been pinned.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
Eris a recipe blogger?
Oh yeah, there's outfits up there too. It's a lot of Eldath posting.
So she's the god girl.
Well, have a good one, girlie.
All right, bye.
Bye.
So I'm gonna come back inside. So there is going to be an angelic rain in 6 days, where there will be celebrating and all of the babies will be blessed.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
What, like forcibly?
I didn't ask about the baby blessings.
Well, I mean,
But
there's-
he
it's
says
just
that
weird.
an angelic host is going to come down, and that doesn't sound good to me.
So, I don't know if this
It's a
is.
whole new ball game.
I don't trust this guy, especially if he's going to say that he's blessing children, which I've never been a fan of children, but still. So, you know the seeds that I was given? Yeah, they don't work.
Oh, that's the bag that held them?
Yes.
Put it in the bag of holding.
Well, here's the thing.
Those are mine!
Okay,
Wait.
but it's possible that we're being listened to with these items.
We're
so
not
let's-
being listened to with these items, I don't
We
think.
cannot be
Look
listened to. My item has disappeared. And like Mundo's turning over the apartment, like flipping tables and like
Mundor,
like
it's okay.
pulling boards off of the floor,
And it's
trying
not,
to find
it's
it.
not an apartment. Stop saying it's an apartment, guys. It's a super secret hideout, all right?
It's my secret lair.
Is it in your mom's basement?
Ah.
It's like his divorced dad condo.
So when I planted some of the seeds and had some of the plants grow and stuff, they did grow like they should. Problem is, when you pick a fey flower, it tends to last pretty long. This is the result. And he's going to show the ash that it collapsed
Well, you
into.
didn't plant it in the Feywild.
But
That should not matter.
well, here's the thing. Goodwin had a book about demons, and all of it
In the
was
bag of holding.
was rubbish. It was
Yeah.
lies. Arden had a sword that you couldn't hit anyone with, and also was eavesdropping on us.
It was attuned to someone else already.
And my gift was the temple of my goddess being pilfered.
Wait, then what is wrong with their gifts?
Nothing. It was a great gift. I was able to fight courageously in the arena.
Mundor, there might be side effects to it that we don't know yet.
As far as I can tell, my movable rod was working as designed.
Yeah, shut the. Shut up.
Well, James, that rod might have a switch on it that is remotely activated, which could put you in a dangerous position if done so. I don't know. I'm just
I'll let you
spitballing ideas.
investigate it. All right.
Actually, why don't you pull it out and let us take a look?
Could you do a few more identifies?
If you guys give me time, I can identify everything.
Speaking of, what became of identifying the shards of glass?
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
what happened with the
Yeah.
shards of glass? I haven't seen them
So-
since
Oh,
you looked
tell me,
get
through them.
this!
please.
My hand turned
put it
into
in?
glass.
Your hand looks
Yeah, if you
fine.
touch it, it sinks into your skin and it turns your hand into glass.
Oh, that sounds like
I
a
had
problem.
I had it cleared though, thanks to Goodwin. But
Okay,
It's
that's good.
A little scary.
don't do it; it really hurts.
Why would I do that? That sounds absolutely stupid.
Why wouldn't you do that? Is the real question.
All right, let's get to the glass.
Excuse me?
Well, let's get to the glass.
Okay. I like push them away.
You
but
want to
she
go,
doesn't
little
move.
girl?
She doesn't move, but then I don't know, is like being slid across.
It's slowly being.
So the glass seems to amplify whatever whatever emotion whoever has it embedded into them. It seems to amplify it on a lesser intelligent creature. You guys are heroes. You guys have fought alongside Eldath. You guys have a huge, I don't know.
We should try to
You guys have, you guys are the chosen, the few. If a shard of glass was to be used on a human, a commoner, I should say, somebody who isn't an everyday hero, it will be able to drive their emotion to a point where they won't be able to control themselves and they'll only be able to act in that emotion. So they might be very angry or they might be very greedy. You notice that the emotions seem to line up with some of is referred to colloquially as sins of people, be it pride, be it greed, be it envy, be it lust,
Seven deadly sins.
The 7 deadly sins is what these pieces of glass seem to amplify.
Eris, what are the 7 sins?
Oh, well, they're greed, pride, wrath, lust, gluttony,
Oh, yeah.
Sloth.
sloth, and did I say wrath?
I don't remember.
Well, that's one of them for sure.
Pride.
I would
The
just
last one
assume
is
that she would
pride.
know the 7,
Well, I
right?
said pride. I know
you say
all
pride?
7 of them. I cannot recite them in order.
Pride, wrath, greed,
Just thinking of Full
Gluttony.
Metal Alchemist. What were the different?
Oh, yeah.
sloth,
Oh, are they in Full Metal Alchemist?
Yes.
I need to
Yeah.
finish that.
envy.
It's so good.
Oh, envy. That was the one you didn't say, I think.
Envy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Lust, gluttony, greed, sloth, wrath, envy, pride.
So
Yeah,
I
there we
said
go. So we
all
got
of
'em
them,
all.
just not
Yes.
correctly.
All right, so whatever. It wasn't. How do I say this? It wasn't as bad on you as it could have been on someone else. You're pretty strong-willed, but on someone less strong-willed, this could be potentially extremely problematic because it correlates to the 7 sins.
I know. And especially with that lust thing. We all saw James last night.
I know.
That could be dangerous.
That is-
You
that
saw
is-
how he reacted to that
James
god
is
coming
like,
down.
Hold up a moment. I was charmed, all right. That wasn't me.
It is particularly concerning because these are half demon, half celestial influenced, right?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Is there like a counter to the 7
I don't
deadly
There
know.
are the
sins?
7 holy virtues.
I'm not getting any of that from this though.
No, you aren't.
So I don't know. That's weird. Are there demons? This is. I have no answers
I
to this,
think-
guys. I'm sorry.
We should.
So I've been making a cork board of my
Pinterest board.
of my theories.
Oh, that was. Where did you put the pin? Oh, you moved it all. That was locations for monsters around the realm.
We can deal with that later. We got a bigger problem right now. Anyway, so remember I was saying that I had a theory and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Well, clearly, this guy, I feel like, and you might call me crazy, but I think that this guy is pretending to be an angel, but really isn't.
That's sort of what I'm thinking.
I mean, it makes sense. He showed up around the same time. He's the one that summoned, I think he summoned the demons. That would explain how he was able to get rid of all the demons because he was the one who can control them.
I
It
don't
makes
know
perfect
about
sense.
that. His power definitely seemed to be divine in nature, not demonic.
Unless there's a way to hide that. Is there a way to hide that?
Well, some celestial beings aren't good. I mean, there are evil celestials, so
What
never
if that's
heard
what he
that.
is?
That can't. No, that's not a thing. Is that a thing?
it most certainly is.
That's weird.
See, I have it all on my. He has a conspiracy board right now.
Did you take down?
You put that
all
together
of
quite
Goodwin's
fast.
stuff?
I've been working on it while you guys were talking.
So I'm following most of this, but who's Pepe Sylvia?
He's the one behind it all.
Wait, Goodwin, was this all of your stuff on the board, or
It's
was
like
it
there's
other
a sketch of
It was the
Bebo.
organization.
Yeah,
He's in the corner. He has to do with it.
Goodwin, is this your magazine? What is this? Only Fawns? What is this magazine?
Why does it have a bunch of
Dang it,
satyrs?
Joe. We told him not to keep bringing those in here.
Right, because it was Joe.
Oh.
Joe. I'll add him to the board. There we go. All right.
I can't believe we forced it into no.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on.
It would be the perfect moment, Andy.
Yeah, it was a map that showed locations of certain monsters because we were tracking a few of them for some jobs. But now I'm going to hope that someone had a backup in a different location.
I'm sure they used one of those drawing things to get a picture before.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is more important. So, obviously, Eos is connected to the demons. Pee-Pee Sylvia has something to do with this.
Pee-Pee Sylvia.
PP Sylvia. Not Pepe. PP.
I have an accent, it's hard to pronounce.
I'm just gonna throw out there. I don't know how much proof we have of any of this, besides suspicions, right? Like, yeah, you didn't have flowers that didn't work right. And you had a sword that you couldn't quite hit somebody with. But that doesn't quite mean everything you're suggesting.
What about
Is it
the
because you have
information
a
in the
crush on
book?
him?
I don't have a crush. I was charmed.
Crush? Crush? What?
And let me
Do not
Let me
crush
say
anything in
I
here,
am
for the
suspicious
love of the gods.
because
I
he
am-
did charm me.
Cannot
I didn't
find my
quite like
things,
that.
though.
Why would
But
he charm you?
I am
Just keep
just
looking.
speaking from a place of logic where we don't have quite much evidence to support these claims yet. How can we get more? That's what I'm
I
suggesting.
have a thought. I'm a cleric of Eldath, of course, but I could go commune with some of the other gods and see if they know anything about this
Right.
guy. He seems kind of new, but I could go chat with them, see if they've met him, if
Do you
they
think
know
they'll
anything.
reach out?
More
I'll
information
reach out
is
to
what I'm
them.
arguing for, and
What
that
if-
seems like a plan that
Well,
would
let me
achieve
let
that.
me sort of put your mind at ease a little bit more here. The book that I got was essentially to throw us off of any information about demons. Why would he give us that? There's only one reason he would give us that.
Because he is a demon. That's
Exactly.
what the theory is. All my strings, they all point to him being a demon.
Or he's
That's
just
why I draw horns on
really
his picture.
stupid.
Like Eris said, he could just be a bad celestial. It doesn't mean he's a demon.
Well,
Why would he
But what's the difference?
why would he
Like
get
I'm
rid of a bunch
saying,
of demons?
we don't have enough evidence as it is.
how about
But
this?
James, what's
we
the
all
difference?
have our own strengths. I will go speak with the other gods, and why don't each of you think on what you could do to find more evidence? It's certainly suspicious that a new god arrives in our city, takes over my lady's temple, and it's all just too sudden. And there will be a holy rain in 6 days. That's concerning to me. So I'll get started on my research. Each of you put your little noggins together, and perhaps we'll meet up again tomorrow.
Yes, importantly, we should consider if this person is benevolent, if this god is as benevolent as he claims to be, why would he need to charm anyone in order to get their attention? Additionally, why is he trying to take the mantle of Eldath, the god of become a god of peace?
I don't think he ever claimed he was a god of peace.
Well, he
Stephanie said
certainly
so.
did.
Stephanie said
Stephanie
so.
said
He
that.
says that he is going to become the new god
I
of
missed
peace.
that.
His first action when we saw him was to decimate hundreds of demons. That's not very peaceful. in my
And you
mind.
know,
No,
I
it is
think
not.
Eldath must be with me, because if I didn't have her peace in my heart, I would have gone and killed him right that minute.
Okay, well, if you ever get an inkling of that emotion, please try and bury it deep
You know
down.
what?
Because if you go
Goodwin-
and try and kill this guy, he's
I-
gonna.
Let's
When you're
not
good friend.
encourage any bottling of emotions because that's going to lead to a bad situation.
Worse than her getting killed by a demigod who can snap his fingers and kill things in an instant.
What I'm saying is she can deal with it in a healthy way, probably with talking it out instead of, I don't know.
No, there's no time for that. We can do that later.
Why are you talking about yourself? I don't know.
You know
Because
what?
my own
Goodwin,
name is frustrating.
I can't go back to my temple, so could I stay in your little
We've got a few
apartment
places.
here?
Yes, I am not going anywhere either until I find my medal that
You
I
know
was
what,
gifted.
Moondor, could you be my emotional support minotaur?
He's trying to. You definitely see this curiosity on his face. He definitely is not processing what that means.
Could you just be my good friend for today?
Of course, Moondor is always here.
Okay.
Okay, I don't think I can get you guys as day passes for this place. You're not technically supposed to be in here. It was okay bringing a couple of you in here,
They're
but
not going to notice me. I'll just stay out
people
of
come in and
sight.
out of here all the time.
And I can
I'm
sneak.
surprised no one's come in yet.
Let's just lock the door.
Look, there's nothing that we need to be quite hiding from at the moment.
Goodwin, is this
Right.
going to cause a problem if we stay here?
Probably.
You know
Okay.
what, Arden, you've got rich parents. I'm sure they've got a big old house we can go stay in.
That sounds like a much better idea.
That is a possibility.
I think
is a
I might just
possibility.
have a regular home in the city that I live in. So
Sleep over. Sleep over.
Sleep over.
What-
Sleep
what
over.
the hell was that?
Why am I saying sleep
Um,
over? What did you do?
And with that, we will be ending this week's episode. Thank you for everyone who watched. We appreciate you. We will see you on episode 5 of Before the Dead Wars.